settings, live chat section. So I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of this leaderboard thing, because I forgot about that since last time. And I cannot find the setting for the life of me on here. Whatever. Whatever. Not gonna worry about it. There's supposed to be a toggle for it somewhere, but I can't fucking find it. Alright, man. Anyway, whatever. It's been, what, 2 weeks since we've hung out? Let's just focus on that for right now. What's up, Cole? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday, man. Have I ever heard of David Cornsweet before he was Superman? I'm gonna be honest, not at all. Not at all. I've heard of Rachel Brosnahan, but I have not heard of him. Everybody else in the cast I've kind of heard of, though, at one point or another. What's up, Nikki? Let's see. How are you? How was your week? It's been good. It's been a lot of catching up on everything. Getting all of our early access stuff up and ready to go. Finally finished that this week, since we were kind of down on current shows. So I used that opportunity to get ahead. Right now we're 4 weeks ahead on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and 4 weeks ahead on One Piece at the moment over on Patreon. So yay, progress. Let's see, just finished season 1 of the X-Files. Hell yes. I feel like it slowed down till I got to the return of Eugene Toombs. The last episode of the season was intense. I will be missing part of your live today because I'm going to a cat cafe for kitten therapy. Ooh, that sounds fun. We have one opened up not too long ago. I've never been yet. But I will be back to get your input on the last episode of the season. Let's do it. Hell yeah, for sure. Just playing with cats and kitties. Hey, can't go wrong with that. Hey, I might as well turn my house into one at this point. All right, man. Good luck. Have fun. What's up, 10K? I won't make it for the live. I have to weed eat. Oof, that is the worst. But I have questions. How do you think Luce's mom is going to react to her and Amity being together? And second, when you start Gravity Falls. Let's see. There are codes in every episode, even theme song that are connected to the show. I am not going to look for those. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let you guys tell me what I missed. I'm not going to worry about that. That is no. Anyway, fun. But I can't wait to start that. That'll be once we finish Owl House. That will be next. What's up, Hickstrid? How are you? Early? Not exactly. You were kind of on time. What's up, Jazzy? How's it going? How's the summer heat treating you so far? I'm staying in. A little worried for the cats outside. For the leaderboard thing. Settings, privacy, chat. All right, settings. Well, from what point? Because I don't have a privacy. I don't have a chat. See, that's the thing I was trying to figure out, because I saw that too. It was like, what settings? Because when I go to settings, there is no privacy. I do not have a privacy option. Yeah, interesting. No, it's not on there either. Anyway. Let's see. I think Sinners is my favorite movie that I've walked into completely blind and didn't know anything about it other than Michael B. Jordan and Vampire. That is also the only two things I knew about it going into it as well. And I absolutely loved it. What's up, Starface? I was going to say Starface for a second. Happy Saturday, right back at you. What's up, Darren? How are you? I'm doing good. What's up, Darkly? How are you? You got packing a Capri Sun? Hell yeah. Oh, that's nostalgic with the summer heat and all that. What's up, Christian? How are you? We got Roberto here as well. I'm doing good today. Hope you are. I have a first day of the jobs today. Well, hey, moving up in the world, Sean. Hell yeah. Hope it went well at least. You sure you can get rid of the leaderboard? According to YouTube, I can, but I can't find the settings. Still, look at the triple dot drop down on the chat. That is exactly the first place I looked, and it is not there. Let's see. My favorite movie so far is Sinners and How to Train Your Dragon remake. Like, I'm on a phase for How to Train Your Dragon. I'll probably react to it whenever it comes out at this point. I did buy a ticket though, just to clear my conscience, because I don't think I'm going to be able to, with everything going on, make the time for all the movies I would want to see. Now, I am going to be moving anything and everything around to see Superman though. So that one I will definitely be seeing in theaters. But that's the only thing I feel like I will not allow myself to miss. What's up, Albert Einstein? How are you? D. Cole. Let's see. What's up, Film Pepe? How are you? Hope you're well. What's something you collect from a specific franchise? For me, I collect Marvel Legends X-Men figures. I just pretty much get stuff from things I love, like the main, like I've got a bunch of Naruto stuff, I got a bunch of X-Files stuff, I got a bunch of Bleach, Dragon Ball, Legend of Vox Machina, Kingdom Hearts stuff all over the place, Star Wars, Digimon. Digimon's been one that I've been like hounding on the most as of late. Final Fantasy VII, and then I've got damn near every Helliverse figure that exists at this point. So yeah, it's just whatever I'm huge into at the moment. And then of course, Power Rangers memorabilia. So no one thing in particular though. I've had that song from Sinners, from Sinners on repeat. Any songs particularly like from the soundtrack or the score? Will You Go, Lassie has been just seared into my brain, and I love it so much. I've been singing it since, and I will go into performer mode with that song, man. I love it to death. How am I doing? How's my week? All good over here. Been busy, but good. I mean, next week is going to be even more busy though, but it'll be all for new stuff, because we got 3 episodes of Heartstopper, 3 episodes of Ironheart that drop in one day. We got all of the final season of Squid Game dropping Thursday, and also Thursday, all of season 4 of The Bear. So the next week, 2 weeks is going to be stupid busy. And then the same week, going into the next week, is Sandman. So like there's no break for a little while, at least. Thankfully though, for those, I mean, I'll be doing them all as fast as I can get them out. So once they're done, they're done. Unless something happens and I need to like draw one out or delay one, which I'm not sure just yet if that's going to have to happen or not. Finally had some time and very late to the party, and I binged Andor season 2, and bloody hell indeed. Easily a perfect season of television. It was amazing for sure. I love all the Center songs. Same. I bought the whole soundtrack. Happy Saturday, Omni. How are you and the kitties doing? Everybody's doing good, good. The ones outside, I'm a little concerned about at the moment because it's only going to get worse from what I saw from the forecast. So, one of these strays, I've got a appointment booked to get her fixed. So I'm gonna have to bring her inside during that period, which will be fun to see how that plays out. Like, she'll come in and kind of hang out for a minute and then leave. She doesn't stick around too much, but we'll have to keep her in for at least 3 days while she heals up. And also, I got to make sure that I actually grab her before the appointment. But then there's her 3 kittens that are outside too that I gotta scoop up. They're like probably 5 months old now, 6 months old now. I'm hoping they'll be okay. I'm going to try to snare them up also along this period. Is it perfect signal? Have you seen Queer as Folk? US series. That show is amazing. I've never heard of it, so that would be a no, unfortunately. David Cornsweat was in Pearl with Mia Goth. Oh, okay, then I've seen him at least. I just didn't know who he was. I didn't know him at that point. I see it now. He was the movie theater guy, right? The projectionist that she kind of shacked up with for a minute. For a minute. Is that correct? Oh, well, so yes, I have seen him, but I did not know his name. Emery, you have not commented yet by the point I am at, so relax and I'll get to you eventually, assuming YouTube didn't delete your comment, because that happens too sometimes, but you are not on my list so far. I've listened to the score for How to Train Your Dragon every day since I watched the movie. It's so fucking good, it gives me emotions. Hell yeah. That's good. I'm hearing nothing but good things about it, but I hope that stands true when I finally check it out for myself. But all things considered, it helps to have the original team who made the animated series make the live action one. So makes sense. I would hope so, at least. What's up, Rice Cake? How are you? You haven't been to the cat cafe? My dude, your house is one. That's kind of the thing too, is like, why do I need to go to a cat cafe when I've got so many cats already? What's up, Hunter? Hope you were well and had a good time at Columbus. I'm excited / disappointed since we last was originally going to start posting her YouTube RWBY reactions today, but it's changed to tomorrow. Well, at least it'll come. She'll get it out when she can get it out, man. We're all busy these days, and sometimes shit happens, but it's coming. It's coming. You could always sign up for the Patreon. Just saying. I am. Anyway, let's see. Can't wait for you to get to Gravity Falls. It's one of my favorite shows. The humor is top tier. I'm excited. Again, nothing but praise for the show. Nothing but praise. Andor Season 2 has shot up to my show of the year, and I'm being perfectly honest, Andor might be show of the decade. I'm not, it's yeah, it would definitely be in my top 10 of the decade, I think. What's up, Sheldor? How are you? When Sammy was first singing in my mind, I made a woo. Since then, Stack made a woo. Let's see. I genuinely love Andor with a passion. Same, dude. It skyrocketed Cassian, I think, into my top 5 Star Wars characters. For the chat leaderboard. That's what I was talking about. I was reading that comment just earlier, and I don't see this. I don't see a privacy or a chat or anything like that when I'm looking at settings. Oh, okay, I finally found it. I had to go to my account, not my channel account. Let's see if that, I mean, it may not change anything since we've already started, but we'll see if that affects things next time. But yeah, it doesn't seem to have affected it currently. Love your Sinners reaction. It was a fantastic film. Thank you, thank you. Yes, it was. It really, really was, man. I like Gravity Falls. Very fun. Finally, I'm a university graduate. Hell yeah, man. Let the job search commence on Monday. That is the sticking point, or the pain point once you finally get your degree is, all right, time to job hunt. I just kind of stuck with the job I had when I got mine. And honestly, I've never used my degree at all. So I just kind of stuck it out, and I've been escalating up the IT ladder ever since. It's just been more stable and honestly more money than I probably make using my degree though. When I watched season 1 in 2001, I had low expectations but was pleasantly enjoyable, but season 2 managed to shoot up in quality in every way possible. I can go with that. I can go with that. By the way, I'm Isaac. Changed my name, changed everything, my name and profile pic. Well, thank you for letting me know. Let's see, is Sinners gonna win movie of the year? Probably not. I don't know. But I feel like, it depends. Like, is like for an individual, or are we talking like in the award ceremonies and shit like that? Because they always kind of have a lean against that genre, so probably not. But for me, who knows? What's up, Imris? How are you? Just finished the final High Republic book, and it was awesome. Congrats. Hell yeah. I'm still on the first one. I finished the first one. I never moved on to the second or anything after that, unfortunately. Do you know Heartstopper movie is in the making? Yes, I've mentioned it a few times in the reactions to Heartstopper. Your friendly neighborhood Italian. What's up, man? How are you doing? What new movies do you plan to watch in theaters? I'm excited for Fantastic Four and Jurassic Park. Superman for sure. Fantastic Four is going to be a hard gonna try. And same with Jurassic World, because those are theater movies for me, for sure. Also, new Michael B. Jordan and Vampire when I watched for the reactions. Stayed away from the trailers. I did watch the first trailer, I think. But I think that was it, if I remember right. I remember being scared watching Sinners because when Smoke and Stack were first on screen, I was like, wait, there's only one on the poster. Uh-oh. Oh no. I just assumed that one of them, yeah, for efficiency's sake, we might start off the story all establishing these two characters or whatnot, but then for efficiency and storytelling, we were going to lose one part of the way through. And yes, like the poster, I kind of thought something similar. I just thought, oh, there's no way they're going to do this effect throughout the whole movie. And they did. And I was like, oh shit. Interesting. So yeah, interesting. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought here. What else was I going to say with that? Also, I wasn't sure if I was just seeing things the first time when they first show up and you're kind of like at this master shot of them leaning up against their car and then slowly creeping in. I was like, is that two Michael B. Jordans? Because I'm not sure if I'm just seeing things right now. And then yes, it was. Andor is an instant classic in an undeserving franchise. No, I will not be taking questions at this point. I think somebody either ripped a motorcycle or ripped a jet ski. I'm not sure which. I need to react to the first How to Train Your Dragon. Definitely check it out. What's up, Kubak? How are you? Can you see this message? My messages keep disappearing. I can see this one. I can't wait for the Clayface movie. I wonder which Clayface it is since it's different Clayfaces. Well, it's set in the DCU, which is my understanding, so it should be the same one we saw in Creature Commandos, at least at some point in his history, is my understanding. Generally, if anyone hasn't seen Andor in the chat, go watch it. I agree. Especially with the the way the world is at the moment, it is shocking and terrifying how accurate that series is to what's going on right now, man. Have I heard the news that John Bernthal will be in Spider-Man Brand New Day? I have. I did see that. Mark Ruffalo, I think, are confirmed, as well as Ned and MJ. Zendaya and Battleon are both coming back as well, confirmed as of today. Really tough decision for me to watch new movies this weekend. Which one should I watch? 28 Years Later or How to Train Your Dragon live action remake? That is a pretty striking and difficult choice, I would say. I do love 28 Days and 28 Weeks, but I don't know if I would go run out and see 28 Years over How to Train Your Dragon, but I don't know. Like, I love them fine enough, but like, I don't know. At my job at this work at the spot that's half the beach, half playground today, helped set up a birthday very quick. Well, nice. Hope they had a good time. I've seen some Sinners reactions that the reactor lamented having watched the trailer because it showed too much, apparently. If it did, I forgot 90% of it. Thankfully. I didn't watch any of the follow-up trailers. I just remember watching the first one. Haven't watched How to Train Your Dragon since I was 4, and that was in 2010. I don't know when I watched it since. I haven't seen it since I reacted to it here on the channel for the first time. Let's see. Since your last stream, Resident Evil 9 was announced and a new Plague Tale prequel game. I have the Plague Tale thing. I've never played any of those, but the Resident Evil 9 definitely has me interested, especially considering the lead character this time around is, I think, the daughter of one of the survivors you can play as in Resident Evil Outbreak, of all games. I never thought they would reference those games ever again. So that was interesting. So we got a whole new character that we're going to get to know. She's an FBI agent. She's got, I know, like, from the trailers, it looks like we're going to go to the ruins of Raccoon City after it was nuked. There's rumors Leon might be in it. But I don't know, man. I'm excited. I'm just excited we're getting another Resident Evil game like that. And you can choose first person or third person, because I know, like, there's been pain points for both, and now it's just an option, I guess. Mostly I'll be working concerts at 4 p.m. to 8, and Wednesdays and next Saturday, though, is a wedding. I'm excited to technically attend a random wedding and help them out. Well, that's exciting. Well, have fun, man. The concert thing, that'll be interesting. What's up, Adit? How are you? I'm doing good so far. Oh God, long RWBY message incoming. Let me know if it's too much. The idea you want to make when we're interacting one day makes me giddy, as your favorite of mine in terms of emotional intelligence and film literacy. This particular RWBY comment I saw some time ago that stuck with me that feels relevant now. There's plenty of cool character tropes that are subverted in the show, but I just want to say how nice it is to have a diverse of well-written badass female characters that aren't victims of fan servicey anime tropes or shoehorn romantic relationships. Their personalities are all unique and they exhibit their own individuality. There are a lot of shows and movies that treat females as basically a damsel or love interest, or just badass that acts like a dude, acts like a man. I appreciate RWBY that doesn't conform to those standards. I can get with that. From what I've seen, I can see that I could see that much. Like I said, I didn't get that far into the show, but yeah, I can definitely see how the show leans into that very, very strongly. But then again, I only know a small part about it. But yeah, Waiting on a Beach sounds like fire. Hopefully, there's not one. There's a rumor that a new Witcher 3 DLC might be released next year to tie into Witcher 4 and bridge the gap a bit for those worried about Ciri being a Witcher. I did hear about that they might actually be dropping a DLC for The Witcher 3 for some connective purpose. I was waiting for your review on Thunderbolts unless you want to do a reaction. I still haven't seen it in theaters, so I know it comes out on the 1st on streaming, so I might just react to it. since it's just that far away. Not too sure yet. Can I share links here? 30-second video that shows off how to turn it off. I don't know. I mean, it might show up. You can try. But I think I found it. Also, Omni, I finally watched Heartstopper, managed to binge season 1. I'm going to start season 2 once I finish your reactions. But I was pleasantly surprised with Heartstopper. I thought I was going to watch the pilot and say no, but Heartstopper was a way to your heart, feeling all warm. Very, very true. That's a great way to put it. It is just feel good, food for the soul, I think. It's such a good show. Where did I leave off? What happened here? Link right here. There we are. I like the Rocky Road to Dublin one. I think that's the one I've listened to the most. I've listened to that one a couple times, but the one I've definitely like wore out is Will You Go Lassie? Episode 5 of the Amazing Digital Circus dropped yesterday, actually. Haven't seen it yet, though. Hey! I still haven't seen any of them. So John Berthal is going to be in Spider-Man 4. I'm having flashbacks to that episode of Spider-Man 90's animated show when the Punisher and Spider-Man met. That is also immediately what I first thought of as well. I'm really curious what the tale's going to be for this one. I'm going to see How to Train Your Dragon again on Tuesday with my dad because he's never seen it, and I'm so excited for his reaction. I hope he enjoys it. I think you accidentally missed my comment. I've read the only one that I've seen so far. Coming back to that one. Also find it funny that Remick was singing Meanwhile We Have 6 Terrified People Inside Forced to Listen. True. That there is some ironic terror in there as well. Not ironic, funny. Fear? Scary? Mix of humor and fear. Whatever, you know what I mean. I'm sorry you have never heard of Queer as Folk, ever? Nope, not until today. Let's see, I'm going to Montreal Comic-Con with my mom July 4th to the 6th, so I would miss out on your live stream for Saturday. Well, have fun. Hope you see some cool people and buy some cool stuff. That's my favorite thing about the conventions, man, is going to Artist Alley and going to the merch stores and stuff, and then obviously the guests. Yes, that's correct. Corn Sweat is also in Twisters, which I still need to watch as well. Have I seen Wicked? Yes, I've got a review for Wicked up. I did see Wicked, but that was also last year. But I have seen Wicked. And you can check out my review. Just saw the new James Gunn interview about the DCU. Hope he gets better at answering questions because it was whiplash, saying the DCU is connected but not connected at the same time. I mean, that's the same thing he's been saying the entire time. But we just have to wait and see how everything plays out. I watched Sinners recently, and I think it might be my favorite movie of 2025. You know, like I've mentioned this before, though, the only 2025 movie I've seen this year is Sinners and Cap 4. Those are the only two 2025 movies I've seen, unless you include Killer of Killers on Hulu. So there, yeah. I'm doing really bad this year. I'm so glad I literally knew nothing about it before watching it. Second watch, I noticed he actually introduced himself as Remick. I guess I didn't pay attention because in my mind the rest of the movie I called him Irish Dracula. I just called him the Irish dude or whatever. I also, the first time through, never really registered his name. Have you ever watched Spaceballs? I can't wait for the second one. I have. I've seen it a long time ago. I know I've seen it multiple times, but it's been at least 20 years since I've seen it. But I saw the little teaser that we got for the second one, and yeah, man, bring it on. Let's go. I'm definitely down for another one. I've heard the Vision Quest series will reportedly make Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fans happy. Daisy coming back? Interesting. I wonder how. And if that can even be, you know, not taken with a grain of salt. Like if there's any weight to that rumor or that speculation. Mel Brooks is going to be like 100 when Spaceballs comes out. Something like that, yeah. I'm not sure how old he is yet. Honestly, I was shocked to learn he was still alive. I was confident he had already passed. He's 98 currently, so yeah. If you have any other concerns or questions about RWBY, I'd be happy to shed light on it. Unlike a lot in bad faith takes I often see online, including H-Bomber Guy, despite normally making great videos. You don't need to name names, because I am not going to know who they are. Let's see. Have you ever considered checking out Rick and Morty? I know you've been here for me to answer this at some point or not. Let's see. I got to about the end of season 2, and I just stopped watching. I just couldn't take it anymore. Not the show itself, but the people that watch the show. Like it got so, like when it was I think it was at its peak of popularity, and it was on the news, it was in every store, in every restaurant, it was everywhere, and the fans were the most obnoxious groups of people I've ever seen in my life, and I just couldn't look at it anymore, and I've just never gone back. And right now, I don't have any plans on going back either. Yeah, and I got to that comment eventually. I said I just finished the final High Republic book, and it was awesome. I made it to that comment. You just gotta be patient. What's up, Steven? You've mentioned before that you still work a regular job. What kind of job is that you do? And if you could afford to do more YouTube videos instead of doing that job, would you? Yes, I do still work a regular job. I work from home, so it's not like regular, so it's like I do have that luxury of I get to work remotely for my 9 to 5. Well, technically it's a 9 to 6, but I do IT work. I do troubleshooting for an application that mostly hospitals use to track all of their inventory and shit like that. So when they have a problem, they call us or email us, and we try to work through fixing it or debugging it, try to figure out what's wrong with the software and get them moving again. That's what I do during the day. If YouTube got to the point where it matches and supersedes that, and was a little more consistent than it is, I would definitely think about dropping it and going full for the YouTube, because I think that would make life so much easier. Not that it's a huge hamperance right now, but to focus on one thing would be pretty nice, I would imagine. But right now, I'm also not loathing the 2 incomes. The one that is stable and is there and gives me insurance and all that shit, and then all of this as well. I mean, I'd say roughly half, if not more than half, of what comes in from YouTube just goes back into YouTube. Which is the crazy part about all of it. So if it gets to the point where I could sustain it and live off of it, that would be pretty nice. But right now, I kind of need both still. Even with 100,000 subscribers and all that kind of stuff, I still need both if I want to keep doing what I'm doing and living. Especially with all the cats and shit now, too. That's a whole other hindrance. I'd probably be a lot better off if I didn't have to take care of all these animals, man. Let's see. Babes don't y'all know about CGI? Tony Chopper is the same voice actress as Floor from Guardians 3 and the hot secretary from Suicide Squad. You know the one. We all know the one. Yeah, I know that now. Rogue One made me like A New Hope a little more, and Andor made me like Rogue One way more. not a cherry on top of the whole ice cream. Yes, indeed. That's very true. It does make the franchise better, I think, in so many ways. I work at Mickey D's and it's fun. Get to have free meals every day. That's the best thing ever. That was my favorite thing about working there when I did, was that. And I also made sure my fries were always cooked correctly, because my God, it's like winning the lottery, getting a fresh, crisp, properly cooked set of fries anymore, man. Like, I always go expecting or knowing it's probably going to be shit, but in the hopes that maybe not this time. And 9 times out of 10, I am always disappointed. Has no spare monies for Patreon, otherwise I would. Regarding We Last and everybody else and you, and stay on discovering the leaderboard setting. Yes. We'll see if that plays out later. Or it just seems like it hasn't been rewarding anything, so it might just be... It may have worked, I'm not sure. But yes, I think we finally found it. My thoughts on season 1, I love the sister of Charlie. Might be getting the name wrong, but he has a jawline and is a drum guy. Also, love Tal. He adds so much to the show with his humor. Yeah, and everybody just continues to keep getting better as the show continues on, man. And Tori, the sister, might be my favorite character. Doing my first summer job at my school. Hell yeah, good luck. When you do get to Gravity Falls, dyslexia was kicking it real hard there. When you do get to Gravity Falls, you'll probably need a notebook and a pen for all the ciphers. What? Is this fun, haha, let's do this in the background kind of thing, or is this like important? Yeah, I don't want homework for my show. I don't want another Dark where I needed a damn grid every episode. I had notes, I had a grid, I had a relationship board, a time board. I had all kinds of shit just to make it through that show, and that was rough. Great show. 10 out of 10 show, but good God. Twins minus school. I'm done with school. Twins minus school? I'm done with school? Okay. Until my next year, will be your final year. I've had a hard time getting through that. That sentence, man. What's up, Craig? How are you? We've often disagreed about Doctor Who on here, with me convinced it could be done better. I'm worried about these cancellation rumors. Your thoughts? I would not be shocked if it's canceled. We talked about that before. It hasn't been renewed. We knew that going into this last season, that they had not gotten the green light on anything else, and we still haven't heard anything. I'm not, honestly, like I said, I think it's gotten so much better. It's definitely still got flaws, but I don't think it's had more flaws than Doctor Who's had in the past. But I'm barring the Chibnall run, because that was just abysmal. But I don't think there was any recovering from that. And plus, with all the politics added in around it, I think there's a lot of people that just aren't going to give it a chance, even if it does get better. I don't know. Who knows? Fitz froze himself into the future, so the future is the Earth getting destroyed. So the series has not been part of the main MCU timeline, but I assume at the end of the season it will be. Who knows, man? Who knows how they rectify what's going on at the moment, but I imagine they'll fix it and it'll be fine, and then who knows? Maybe they will find themselves planted back into the MCU, or into the MCU at all. Did I hear that that Star Wars paused on the RWBY movie? I just heard yesterday that the people that said that were incorrect, and it is still moving forward. There has been no pause. So I've heard that, and I've heard the opposite. You know, that came out first, people saying that, and then there a bunch of people came out saying that that's not true. So, you know, that's why I don't pay attention to any of this stuff, man. I'll once something's in an article or something from a source, from someone's mouth, and not hearsay, I don't believe shit. Did you see the funny comment that James Gunn made about how people need to get off Matt's back about the Batman Part 2 delay? He said it in a more vulgar way, but he swears a lot in interviews. It's James Gunn. I would be shocked for him to not swear in an interview. But yes, I did see the comment that he made about people hounding them all about Batman Part 2. Am I the only guy who imagines the Helliverse crossover to just be all the characters recreating Rocky Road to Dublin with Blitz being the remake of the bunch? Probably. That is probably just a you thing. that was never something that entered my mind until you manifested it. What if Sinners will be the first horror film in years to be nominated for Best Film? I hope so. Because it had enough depth to satisfy the old farts who vote on these things. One can hope. I mean, I've thought that of other things, and they've never really landed in there, but we'll see. Can't wait for Superman and Fantastic Four, same. Yeah, Craig, that's what I was wondering. As I've never watched Andor or Rogue One movie, which should I start with? If you've never seen Rogue One, watch Andor first. You won't know where it's going. So I think it'd be more fun to not know. So yeah, I would definitely watch Andor first if you have the opportunity to, and haven't been spoiled on anything that happens in Rogue One or anything like that. But yeah, I would recommend doing Andor first if you're going in with a completely clean slate. Lily, how are you? Super Chat Queen here to take care of my cats, or at least help. Missed you. How was your week? Cats doing good? Cats seemingly are doing fine right now. You know, with the heat going on, the ones outside I'm a little concerned about. I did see Biscuit today. I did see Jumba today. Well, let out Jumba today, but I saw Biscuit today. I haven't seen Flu for her kittens yet. They're the ones I'm most concerned about. I'm finally getting her fixed next week. I gotta trap her inside, and then I'm getting her fixed next week. I don't know what to do about the kittens. They're still so skittish. And I'm worried about collecting them without her being out there. So it's another thing you got to work around. Also, I know perfect timing, I guess, or at least this brings it up. I'm adding a new tier to Patreon in which because honestly, Lily inspired this for me, considering you're here almost every weekend donating to the cats. I'm making a savior tier that is basically you get all the stuff you normally get, all the max packages, but also I'm adding in that it's basically like sponsoring one of the cats if you want to. It's limited, like it's not open to everybody, but like unless that became like a request or whatever. But the idea is that giving people the option if they want to sponsor a cat, so to speak. So here you go, get to announce that here for you. Right now I didn't know what to price it at, so like the regular top thing is like $20 for like the 4 weeks in advance stuff with the full links and the highlights and everything, and figured like I made it 70. So I mean, we got 15 cats, so it just would help. But no pressure at all. But like, you were the inspiration for that even being an idea. I was like, I wonder if people would be interested in something like that, because it is getting so hard to keep up with everything, because I'm behind on a lot of their medical checkups at this point too. Now I'm lost. Thankfully, the ones that never leave the house, I think, have less to worry about, but I have some that come and go. Where the fuck did I leave off? Where the hell? I'm just realizing too that I guess I am really far behind today. already. Well, I did already go on a couple of tangents today. All right, there was this funny comment, Helliverse, Sinners Film of the Year, here. Here we go. Are you excited for Toy Story 5? Nah. I mean, like with the 4, I was just like, really? Really? I don't know. We'll see. Every time they try another one, it's another chance to ruin what has been a perfect ending for everything. But I'm not like looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie. Sydney Chandler, who will be the main lead in Alien Earth, is actually Kyle Chandler's daughter. Didn't know that until recently. Oh, that's interesting. I probably would have put that together eventually, but I honestly didn't know the names of any of the people who are actually in Alien Earth. But I'm looking forward to it all the same, though. There was a gameplay reveal today for Blood of the Dawnwalker, a new game by the Witcher 3 devs. Cool. She was also in Don't Worry, Darling. She was, I don't remember who. Her face does not click to me immediately. I'm so happy that Wonder Woman's script is in development. Same. Have I seen the trailer for Alien Earth, and am I excited? I have seen the trailer, and I am excited. It looks really interesting. I'm excited to see just one, how they round out all of this. Also, how they finagle this around with the timeline, considering it's after Prometheus and before Alien. So yeah, I'm really interested. I'm very, very interested. I'm always down for more Predator and Alien stuff. Let's see, what's on the menu for dinner tonight? Honestly, have not thought about it right now. Haven't thought about it. Anybody going to watch Ironheart? I'll be watching it. It's definitely not going to take priority, but I'm hoping the Big M shows up. Rumors are that he will finally appear, but I'm excited either way. I mean, I'm curious, the whole like breeding of the mixing and melding of magic and technology. Kind of excited about that. I'm excited about Anthony Ramos. There's things I'm looking forward to, but it's definitely not, after all this time, one of the shows that I'm like, I gotta set everything aside for that one. Who are my favorite reactors, dude? Most of what I consume when I'm not reacting or working is reactions. Like, it's hard to pick favorites, man. But like lately, I'll tell you who I've been watching a lot as of late. Sorta Stupid, man. Sorta Stupid. Those guys are so fucking funny, and I've been really enjoying their reactions. I only found them like maybe a month or two ago, and I've been binging so much of their shit. Obviously, there's the big dogs, got Greg and John, all them over there. I still got to finish today's Stranger Things reactions. I got, Jay and Adam, previewed that gang. Like it's just, I mean, a lot of people I talk to are reactors at this point too. Like it started just like, it's like, who's your favorite friend at this point? Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like somebody though I haven't talked to that I really do enjoy is Alex Hefner. I'm trying to think of like who's not in my circle. Vicuña or Vicuname, because now she's kind of migrated to her other channel for shows and stuff. Nick Reacts is a great one as well that I've been watching a lot of lately. Who, damn it, I can't remember their channel name because it's different than the other thing. Hold on. Where'd you go? The way it sorts your list of channels is nonsensical. Like this order makes no sense. Shit, what's his fucking name? Coco Couch. The Coco Couch. Thank you to nobody. That was thank you to me because I had to remember. It's hard to say. I could go on. Like most of my subs are reactors, so it's hard to say. Let's see. IDK, what will win the Oscars this year? Maybe Sinners, maybe Funny. If the Minecraft movie wins, it's very successful. Success does not equate victory. No. There's a Chinese Uncharted-esque game called Blood Message that's coming our way. That sounds interesting. I love something Uncharted-esque. Today, whilst melting, I watched Jaws for the first time and thought it was fantastic. For the first time ever, or the first time in theaters? Or ever? I finally once, when everything shut down for COVID and the theaters were reopening, that was when I watched Jaws in theaters for the first time. I couldn't tell you how many times I've seen that movie. I love it to death. I'd also probably blame it for my thalassophobia, but I love that movie to death. And it still holds up to this day. It's just a fantastic film. Did I hear that the director who did the Thunderbolts is doing the X-Men? I did hear that news, I did. Love Hiccup's suit and the weapon and How to Train Your Dragon 2 so much. Please live action, do it well. Can't wait for Clayface. Gonna be great for horror fans like me. Mike Flanagan, man, I love him. Yeah, the fact that he wrote the script has me excited. Because dude's a fantastic writer, but it's up to the creative team and just because he wrote the script doesn't mean what we'll end up getting will be amazing. That's the problem about writing it and then handing it off, but hopefully they'll be able to deliver, because I just know when he is part of the whole process, it's always a win. Not since the classic Christopher Lee movie The Wicker Man has a horror film been so infused with music. Not sure I'll see more entertaining movie this year. That's a very, very good point. Like how much the music was so integral to what was going on. This might be a hot take, Omni, but is the DCU making the same mistake the MCU made, connecting the shows to the movies in a big way? Especially since some DCU shows are R-rated, limiting its audience. It's hard to say at all. The DCU doesn't exist yet outside of Creature Commandos, so there's no way to know until we get into it. The thing with the MCU though is there's too much of it right now, and there's one DCU things that we have and it doesn't remotely give us any context for how the universe is going to play out just yet. I wonder if Boomerang is going to lead up to Superior Foes of Spider-Man team. Maybe. Pizza versus Quesadilla Pizza. Seen a couple reactors. Look at the scene when the two Michael B's come out first, and you can see they are concerned. They are afraid to say something for a moment in case they were about to do a racism. Of course they look alike. Hey, you know what? That is valid. That is valid. I won't even pretend that thought didn't cross my mind. I was like, before I open my mouth, I have to make sure. I have to make for damn sure that's Michael B. Jordan. Oh, you are not wrong. Oh, fuck. Oh God. Anyway, since Punisher's in Spider-Man Brand New Day, could this make a Daredevil appearance or mention even possible? I mean, it definitely could make it possible. As far as I know, Daredevil isn't restricted like Kingpin is. So I think Matt Murdock, Daredevil can, I mean, obviously Matt Murdock can show up in a Spider-Man movie, so Daredevil can. But we know because of lights and bullshit, thank you Sony, Kingpin can't show up in it, but with him being mayor too, that kind of sucks, but yeah. I mean, there's definitely hope that Daredevil might pop up in it. Did you see the Superman popcorn buckets? They look cool. They look all right. I haven't seen any that really like impressed me, but I'm just so I think the whole popcorn bucket thing has gotten a little cringe. It was funny and cute when we had the bonkers weird ones every now and then, but now it's just like, now everybody's just trying, and I'm just like, just give me a fucking bowl. I want to eat my popcorn, and I don't want to have to like do like I'm trapped in some Resident Evil escape room to just open the thing to get the popcorn. Just give me a bowl. Just give me a bowl. Put Superman's logo on it and give me a goddamn bowl. I don't need everything else. Stop it. Get help. What was your thoughts on the animated movie? You loved it? And did you react to all the other movies and the show, or just the first one? I've reacted to all the movies. I will, unless it wins a poll, I am never going to watch those shows. Of my own volition. When my shift was over, I walked out to a Spanish family circled me, and I was like, am I getting jumped? Is that a racism, Sean? Why would you immediately assume you're getting jumped like that, huh? Is it because they're Spanish, or is it because they're a family? But no, they were just trying to ask me for an open spot. Unfortunately, there wasn't, and I ran away. No. So the Ethan Winters story done. I assume so. I would assume so. I mean, I'm kind of surprised we're not following up with Rose as the new character. I guess they want to just kind of reset, because they said they wanted to get. I mean, obviously it's Resident Evil Requiem. Like, it's not there's no number in the title, and they said they wanted to get away from that, so they're not locked in to doing specific things anymore. So I think this is maybe going to be its own little pocket. I don't know how tight it is going to be, but I definitely feel like they left Ethan's thing open. Obviously, though, there was a massive time jump in that, so there's a whole, what, 16 years of time to explore between that and the ending of Resident Evil 8? Who knows? I'm done with Ethan. I wouldn't be mad if we followed back up on that storyline, though, but I'm not. I'm more inclined to return to something a little more familiar. Am I staying away from the cast of Avengers Doomsday? If not, what was your reaction when you found out? I mean, it's a lot of names, man. A lot of X-Men, a lot of names. And that's still not all of them, but that's about, it's about all I got right now, man. I'm not trying to stay away from it. Like, who's in the movie? Like, it's going to be impossible to kind of avoid that. Story beats, that's what I'm more concerned about. Did I hear the Pirates of the Caribbean 6 is in development? It's been in development for like 10 years now. Something like that, something crazy like that. But yeah, we are starting to hear about it being it moving again. And some whispers from Jerry Bruckheimer is that some familiar faces may or may not be back. Let's see. Oh my god, Jazzy, I just saw the Superman popcorn buckets. They're awesome. Oh my god. The one I saw was lame. Like with him like lasering into the popcorn machine. The one, yeah, one's just like a, looks like one of those newspaper boxes where you would pull it down, you'd grab a newspaper, but there's popcorn in it. That's fine, that's cute. It also, that's more of a bowl than we've seen with anything else. The Alamo Drafthouse one, which is exactly what I was saying. Just put a Superman logo on it and give me some popcorn. And then there's the dog bowls. Oh my god, I think that's a meme one, but the trunks. If that was a real one, that's kind of funny. If they did just make the trunks, and the trunks are just the bowl. Anyway. Let me get back to my spot. I work 8 concerts. I haven't been to one in 6 years. Well, hopefully they're good concerts then. I haven't been to a concert in maybe 20 years. I think the last concert I went to was Rock on the Beach in Virginia Beach for Korn. Powerman 5000, Raw, Seven Dust, and Chevelle was there, but I wasn't there for Chevelle. I was mostly there for Korn. I think that was the last concert I ever went to. Heard Resident Evil 9 will be the end of the Raccoon City era, as well as a new beginning for the franchise. Interesting. I mean, Raccoon City's been dead for a while, so I don't know how it's going to be the end of a Raccoon City era when, I mean, Raccoon City only survived for 3 games. And we've had so many since then. Korn with a K, to clarify on that question. Am I going to react to Naked Gun 2? I smell fear. and Naked Gun 3, the final insult leading up to Liam Neeson's The Naked Gun 2025? Nah, I wasn't planning on it, but I probably should, considering I reacted to the first film. It can't hurt. Speaking of We Last, will you be watching Truth or Dare charity live stream on Elijah's channel next week? If I have time. If I have time, I will definitely try to make it. Despite me loving RWBY, I'm surprised that Blind Wave and the Normies, during their tier list ranking of the shows they reacted to, they both put RWBY at an A tier. Did you expect them to put it lower? It's really cool that John Bernthal will be in Spider-Man 4, like Charlie Cox did a cameo from No Way Home, which is really cool. Yep. Though this seems like it might be more than just a cameo, which will be interesting, considering the fact that, I don't know, like, Mark Ruffalo and him are going to be in there. What is this movie going to be, man? Did you hear the rumors that Marvel is killing off Galactus to debut a new cosmic entity? No. I definitely have not heard that bit. That would be lame as hell if he's only in one movie. Like Thunderbolt, still haven't seen it. Saw Final Destination Bloodlines, and wow, what a movie. Is that a positive wow, what a movie? Did I hear that Sony is apparently buying WB? If that happens, get ready for DC. Yeah, I've heard that floated around. We'll see. Venom versus Xenomorph. I don't think there's a whole lot of Xenomorph can actually do to Venom. Now, Venom on a Xenomorph, now that would be fun. Have I watched the new Final Destination movie? No, I have still not seen a single Final Destination movie since the first one. Got asked this every weekend for the last couple of weeks. No, if I don't have a video about it, I have not watched it, or it's the Joker 2. If there is not a video about it on my channel, I haven't seen it, or it's the Joker 2, which that's the only movie that has come out since I've had this channel that I've seen and didn't make a video about. Actually, no, I think there might have been one other thing. I can't even remember the movie. I can see it in my head, but I can't remember what it was. I think I was so just confused by it, I didn't know what to say about it. I think I just forgot about it altogether. I can't even tell you what the movie is. It's got, oh, god damn it. Dev Patel in it? What was it? Hold up. The Personal History of David Copperfield. That's one of two movies I've seen and I never made a video about. What's my favorite ice cream flavor? Vanilla, cause I'm lame. I've tried to get my mom to watch Heartstopper, but she says, but I don't like teen shows. I mean, that's what I said for the longest time. I mean, I would never watch it of my own accord. If it didn't win a poll, or if it wasn't for the channel or anything like that, if you guys didn't like make me watch it, I probably would have never went out of my way to watch it. It's just not something I would seek out. But it's fantastic. You sit me down, you put me in front of it. I love it. It's really good. It's amazing. But yeah, I don't seek out rom-coms. I don't seek out dramas. I don't seek out. That's just not what I in my free time want to watch most of the time. So I usually just don't. I'm watching all the Superman movies leading up to the new one, and I just got finished rewatching Superman Returns. I have to say, I like Brandon Routh as Superman. Same. Also, really cool guy to talk to. Met him, what, year and a half ago, something like that. It's not too long ago. At one of the conventions I went to. Really underrated Superman. So glad that he got to have his little moment back in the suit, redeeming the reception that was that movie when he showed up for Crisis on Infinite Earths as a future version of that Superman. Sinners. Do I have an account on Bliveway's site because you can recommend them stuff, starting with 3 individual TV show choices, 3 movie choices, what are/would be for them to react to? It would be hard for me to find a movie they haven't reacted to, but I mean, show The X-Files. The X-Files. All three TV show choices would be The X-Files. In their format and their style, I don't know that I would recommend them do Has Been, because I do not think that they've done Has Been. I'm pretty sure they've stayed away from the Helliverse altogether because of... Yeah, just as I thought. They had not. But probably that. I don't know, like, I don't know, man. I think for, like, something like... The more people you have in the mix, the harder it is, I think, to not piss off the fans when reacting to that kind of stuff. Because God forbid you miss something or misinterpret something, you'll be lit up, man. Which is why I think I've done a surprisingly, I mean, hell, I get so many people commending me on how being able to navigate those series with as few blowbacks as possible. But I think like it'd be really difficult. Though I would love to see them watch it, but I'm sure I'd fall into that trap as well. But I would love anybody and everybody to watch Hell of a Boss. But I don't think they're going to dip into that realm at all, ever. So, but realistically though, I would recommend all of them just as appreciators of film and TV and history to watch The X-Files. I want Devin Sawa to come back for the Final Destination Sad Face. I want them to make his character come back to life every horror movie. It did become just kind of thing. Just kill him off, bring him back. Kill him off, bring him back. Thank you, Chucky. Spider-Man v Punisher? Maybe. Or Spider-Man and Punisher v something else. Have I seen for the trailer for The Home with Pete Davidson? No. Never heard of it. Has not come on my radar whatsoever. To put it lightly as possible, Andor is an insanely powerful story about the tragedies of war, genocide, political greed, and holding on to hope in the darkest of times alongside of adolescence. That is a very good description. Nothing can beat with The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine DLC so far. If there are expansions for Witcher 4, I'd be happy if they come close. But supposedly we're getting a new Witcher 3 one, right? So who knows? I still have never played any of the Witcher games. I tried, and I'm like, this is just too much shit to manage. I'm done. Spider-Man, no contest. Oh yeah, in a 1v1, they would 100% be Spider-Man. like, yeah. I've seen the trailer for the new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie. I actually have not seen that one. I've seen only the first 3 I Know What You Did Last Summers, and everything after that was just, well, actually 3 was not good either. But I like the first 2. Everything after that was ass, but I think we're doing like a Halloween 2018 with this one, but I haven't gone out of my way to check out the trailer for it yet. They are the most important medias of 2000s. I will not stop recommending Andor. I will love it with a passion. Please, guys, watch Andor. You've seen the trailer for the new, you already posted that one. Sorry, Killer Kills is actually really good. Agreed. I would love for more of that. What you got planned for your next reaction lineup? Gravity Falls is the next show that's going to be coming after we're done with Owl House. I don't know what is replacing Heartstopper. The polls are not over with that one yet. There's the poll for the new show that's going to replace Heartstopper. That's still going to go for 4 more weeks before a decision's made. But right now, there's only 2 shows that seem to be in the running right now, unless a third one kind of makes a big old jump. But right now, at the moment, there is a pretty strong singular lead, but it's also pretty early. But we'll see. You should check out Queer as Folk because it's classic 2000s, but I feel like 2050 vibe. What? What the hell does that mean? What the hell is going on in the world right now? What country is this? Well, I'm in the United States, and it is a dumpster fire over here. Only thing better than the film... Only thing they better film Mel Brooks cameo now, cause yeah, holy shit, that's when we were talking about that, man. I'm so behind. Seen the trailer for Spaceballs sequel, already addressed that. That crazy age. I hope Mel Brooks never dies. I haven't seen Predator Killer Killers yet, but I'm sure it can be considered a 2025 film because it is a film. Fair enough. It just wasn't in theaters, but yes. Have you watched the movie called Listen to Your Heart, a 2010 film? No, never heard of it. Have not. Am I going to react to Cobra Kai or Young Sheldon? Are you new? Young Sheldon, I will not touch that with a 10-foot pole. Or a 100-foot pole. No. Again, it's similar situation before. If it wins a poll, I'm kind of forced to watch something. But Cobra Kai? I kind of formulated my channel around Cobra Kai. I have watched Cobra Kai. I've covered Cobra Kai on the channel. For sure. I forgot about probably asked about Rick and Morty a couple months ago. Some of the Rick and Morty fans are really weird. Especially when the fans are on the news for doing stupid shit. Would you say the Rick and Morty fandoms are worse than Star Wars? These days, I don't know. I don't hear about them anymore, but I do see the Star Wars fandom all the damn time, and it's like walking through a minefield trying to figure things out without all of that. So, yeah. I don't know. Right now, I'd probably say Star Wars right now. Oh, nuts. I forgot. Star Wars fans, in my opinion, are more normal than Rick and Morty fans. Did you hear about Incredibles 3? I did. The Elemental director is going to do this one. Oh, okay. I didn't recognize the name of the director that they got because I knew it wasn't going to be Brad Bird this time around, which is unfortunate, but I liked Elemental. Are you going to react to Young Sheldon or Smallville soon? Well, my God. My God. One of these you already asked about. Smallville, I've seen all of season 1, all of season 2, and all of season 10, and then bits and pieces of everything in the middle. I've thought about doing a rewatch of it at some point where I actually sit down and watch everything, but that won't happen anytime soon. Also, recently, Aaron from Brian Wave played through KOTOR 1. He knew the game, and spoilers, but hadn't finished it previously. That's like me and KOTOR 2. But yeah, I did see that they were playing it. Also, my thoughts on Heartstopper kind of ran out of my head, but it was also out of my comfort zone because while it does have some drama aspects that to play through the seasons, the show is mainly a teen romance, and to be honest with you, I don't think I'll ever like this. And for being out of my comfort zone, I'm not a big romance guy. I just stick to my sci-fis, but yeah, I love season 1. Binging reactions, also realized Heartstopper was a way of making your heart long for it. Basically what I mean is you watch Heartstopper episode and it makes your heart feel warm, and once you stop watching, it's like your heart wants more of it, which is why I adopted the phrase medicine for the heart for Heartstopper. So what was the phrase for Ted Lasso that was something similar? Because that's something similar I had for Ted Lasso as well when I watched that. It was like, what was it? Chicken soup for the soul or something? Chicken soup for the heart? There was some phrase that I heard thrown around with that. But yeah, it's just there to make you feel good, to give you the warms. It's like the show is like a hug that you felt like that you never knew you needed, you know? Sammy! Have you heard of To Be Hero X? It's set in the world of where faith turns people into superheroes, i.e. if people believe that someone can fly, then the person gives you the ability to fly. No, never heard of it. That's another one that has definitely not been on my radar. But it's an interesting premise. Basically the key concept to magic and the Force, almost in some ways, depending on the media you're looking at. Making Shrek 5 was Zendaya voicing Shrek and Fiona's daughter, Felicia. I did see that. Also, Heartstopper has the most unique camera work and visuals. As far as, like, the daydreaming stuff, yes. Outside of the camera work, just the camera work specifically, I don't know. I can't think of anything that stands out. But yes, the way they make you feel what the characters feel through the lens is really, really well done. Superman's so close I can almost reach it. What has been the worst show you have watched this year so far? Worst show that I've watched this year so far? God damn it. What have I watched this year? Let's see. I'm just trying to remember what came out this year and what didn't. Worst. This is kind of going to hurt me to say it. I don't think there's been okay, let me preface this. I don't think there's been a bad show that I've watched this year. But I'm going to say Harley Quinn season 5. Probably. Wait, Suicide Squad or The Suicide Squad? The James Gunn one. Am I going to watch the Friday the 13th A24 show Crystal Lake? Probably. I do like Friday. I love all the classic horror stuff, so I'll whether I check it on the channel, that's a different question, but I am very interested in where and how and what they're going to do with that. You hear they're making a Heartstopper movie. Can't wait for it. Yeah, we talked about that earlier as well. The two people. Did you hear the Pirates 6 will have 3 of the original cast members coming back, like Johnny Depp, Orlando Bloom, and Keira Knightley reprising the roles? Who was coming back has not been actually said or released into the wild, to my knowledge. Just that we may see some familiar faces again was the only thing I've actually heard floated around. The Who, I think, as far as I know, is just completely up to speculation. Burger King fries are the best fries. I would very much so disagree. When optimally cooked, they are definitely great fries. But I think like you stack them up against, like if we're talking like perfectly cooked across the board from like the main ones, man. I gotta go with Mickey D's, man. I do like me Burger King fries, but no. Okay, don't talk optimally cooked like calling me chef out here, Beck. Cause like, good God. The thing is, I'd be fine with at least okayly cooked. Like, I'm not kidding or over exaggerating when I say 9 times out of 10, if I go to a McDonald's, hell, if I go to any of them these days, honestly, shockingly, I've had more consistent fries from Wendy's in the last 5 years than I've had from anywhere else. But like, not even 9 times out of 10, like 99 times out of 100, if I go to McDonald's, they're either still bare bones white, yet somehow still hot as hell, but zero crispy whatsoever. Like, or they're undercooked. Like, they're just never, like, they're just rushing them out. They're like, dump them. Oh, it's been 10 seconds. Put them in a bag. Like, I can't tell you the last time they've actually been fully fucking cooked. It's again, like I said, like it's most of them, though most egregiously from them. Man, it's sad when I'm like, okay, at least Wendy's might actually, because I don't like Wendy's fries typically, but they've been better. In the last 5 years, they've hit more at being at least edible for me, because I'm super picky with my taters, man. Texture, flavor, all of it has to be just right or I can't touch it. And Wendy's almost usually, before, I would 9 times out of 10 never even eat half of the fries. I'd be like, half of these do not qualify as a fry for me. And it's just the opposite now. Now I'm like, okay, well, this is as good as it gets anymore, man. Oh my God. Mickey D's fries are never toasty. They are always white. Yes. I mean, as of late, yeah. They didn't used to be like that, man. And when they're cooked right, they're not. Why? What the fuck is going on? Anyway, what the fuck? Anyway, that's a whole other tangent we're going to get into. We need to move on. I think Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie. It's really good. My personal favorite is still Revenge of the Sith. But it is definitely high up there. Only made better, infinitely better, thanks to Andor as well. It's already good, but it has excelled and ascended. What's your thoughts on James Gunn saying once a character dies, they stay dead? This makes me wonder how he's going to handle John Constantine since he cheats death a lot in the comics. Yeah, I don't know about that. I feel like that's some bullshit, but who knows? We'll see. Seen the new trailer for the Smurf movie coming? I've seen it at the theater, and it is a disgusting, hideous, abysmal sight and pain for the ears, and no, just stop it. No. Am I a coffee guy or a tea guy? To get me through the day, coffee. For sure. I don't like either. I don't love either, but I can tolerate both. Seeing the ballerina gentleman off yet? Is it all? If I don't have a video, again, I'm gonna rewind time. I need a clip to play for that. I have not seen it. Wish you could rewatch Dark for the first time for the channel. Such a good show. Yes, it is. The ciphers in Gravity Falls are fun, but some are hints to future episodes. Last stream you mentioned that your favorite planet from KOTOR be Dantooine or Tatooine, which surprised me. And I'm not saying I'm right, but I would have expected Korriban. Korriban's good. Korriban's pretty good, but I don't know. It's also so cool to go undercover in a Sith Academy and learning the Sith code and all the double crossing and lore and everything. See, because I was thinking about the planet, not the story of the planet. Then probably I would have to agree with Korriban if we're including all the shenanigans that happens there. Gravity Falls as an Easter egg that makes you go, ah, ha, that's from that thing. And then there's that thing that I can't say until you get there. I want to rewatch Outer Banks. They are doing season 5 without JJ. I hope it makes an appearance in the new season. I'm not going to watch it at all. Yep, never watched any of that. Talk to J. Adam or Blind Wave on how fun solving the ciphers on Gravity Falls. I may attempt such a thing. Thing I appreciate about The Witcher 3 is that it's not a bloated open world mess like some modern open world games. Hogwarts Legacy had a lot of filler in it, for example. It's just the mechanics. There's just so much. From the herbs, the stuff, the compounds, the magics, the stuff, the inventory, the thing. There's just the tutorial threw so much shit at me. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I just turned it off. The season of Doctor Who is much better than the last few. They need to go back to 12 episode seasons and allow themselves to be dark and complex again. I kind of agree with that. What is your favorite season out of all of the series you've seen? My favorite series out of all the series, well, my favorite series of all time is unequivocally The X-Files. Like, I don't love anything anywhere close to it. So, yeah. So definitely that. That is my favorite series of all time. And it has been so for the last 20 years. So yeah, like down from that, you know, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Breaking Bad, Hell of Boss, Cobra Kai, you know, lots of stuff. But my favorite of all time, the GOAT for me, is The X-Files, man. Happy that James Gunn is casting unknown actors and actresses for DC. I miss the excitement when unknown actors and actresses come up on the screen showing off their amazing acting. I do like that we're not leaning into or utilizing too much star power here and there. As long as the Batman 2 is good, I'm okay with waiting. Never rush a good thing. Agreed. I think James Gunn's a bit annoyed that they keep asking him to cast the DCU Batman, but he wants Matt Reeves' Batman to come out first. Very true. Understandable. yeah, he probably wants to just get it done and over with, because he also said that recently that getting the Batman story has been his biggest pain point right now. $100. What do you think Nicholas Holt's take on Lex Luthor? He played Mutate in the X-Men franchise. Now he's playing famous DC. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. It's not out yet. How can I have a take on his Lex Luthor when I haven't seen it? He's not out yet. Seriously, are you rich? Where is the Mr. Beast donations coming from? Let's see. I think they're calling out you, Lily. Have you heard the cast Clayface actor for the movie? I did indeed. Time to retire and be pampered. That would be, if only. 3 reactors, including you, only watched Rogue One once before Andor. Cut me to going, what? Why? I've seen Rogue One a lot. It's my 3rd favorite Star Wars movie. Yeah, I may have seen it one half-watched time outside of the theater, but I can't remember a time I've actually sat down and watched it in full outside of when I saw it at the theater until rewatching it for the channel. I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like it didn't strike me as a fun rewatch, you know. So like I rewatch the prequel trilogy all the time, but you know, for the same reason I probably have watched A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back less than the other movies. Is like they're a little more serious. I don't know. Anyway, what's your favorite series of all the series you've seen? I guess that one was a deleted comment. This one got reposted. Well, I answered that just a second ago, Libby. Thank you though. Either way. And if you haven't seen the X-Files, watch the X-Files. It is currently on Disney Plus, so you can watch it. Am I a dog or cat person? Well, I've got a double-digit cats, so I'm gonna go with cat. I'm definitely a cat person. I'm definitely a cat person. We could get a DCU situation where James Gunn introduces Batman in someone else's movie. Very, very possible. Very possible. What do you do for flea and pest control for the cats? Honestly, I don't have to do a whole lot. I just put the ointment that you can get next guard on the ones that go outside, because they're the only ones I really have to worry about, and it pretty much takes care of it for everybody else. I haven't had any fleas in the house in over a year, and the only time I did was when I first brought in the last litter, because those Cookies kittens were swarming with them. I just put like I just put some on her because she was old enough to have it, and I guess because they were always together and she was nursing them, all the fleas would hop onto her, try to bite her, and then died subsequently. So I didn't even have to treat them. I treated the mom, and somehow it killed the fleas on all the kittens too. So that worked out. But yeah, I haven't had. It's been months since I've seen a flea, thankfully. Now I need to knock on wood after all that. When I was being recommended Dark, which is now one of my all-time favorite shows of all time, it's an untouchable masterpiece. It was 2021, and my friends who finished all of Dark, he tells me this show ain't for the weak. You got to be attentive of them. Be attentive, matter of fact. You need to calculate. You need a calculator, a pen, a notebook, and that's through the first 5 episodes. It gets crazier, and it's the definition of a mindfuck series. Whatever you think you know where this is heading, it'll slap you in the face again, and it'll make it add up with layers and layers and make you question whether you knew anything in the first place at all. That's a very accurate pitch or description for Dark, for sure. It gets so wild. It's so good though. So good. Let's see. I just got here, but did you see the news for Spider-Man Brand New Day yesterday? I have. We talked about that a little bit ago. Am I a Bruce Springsteen fan? I don't know if I've heard. It's probably one of these situations where I've probably heard some of his songs, but I couldn't be like, here's a list of his songs. It'd probably be like, oh, you play me a song and be like, hey, that's Bruce Springsteen. And I'll be like, oh, okay. Like, that's probably what would happen. I couldn't name you a Bruce Springsteen song if there was a gun to my head. Born in the USA. There you go. I know that one. You just gotta do that. And I like that you did the born. Oh, there you go. There you go. See, exactly that. There's a lot of bands and performers that would probably fit the same bill. Though, I am really curious about Jeremy Allen White's biopic where he's playing Bruce Springsteen. So yeah, I'm excited about that because I definitely want to see him in more stuff. Yay, sponsor the cats. I want a cat sponsor. In those books, there's a romantic relationship between two Jedi Masters that was approved by Yoda, of all people. Interesting. Interesting. I know Ki-Adi-Mundi was allowed to go bang a bunch of people to keep his species alive. One of the few times they've been allowed to do so. Actually, I think that was in Legends. I don't know if that was canon anymore. They're on live-action Batman, Brave and the Bold movie. That would be something. It's called The Brave and the Bold, but I don't it is not going to be like the show The Brave and the Bold. Don't get those two confused. Two very different storylines. 14 cats. I only got dos. They're not all inside, thankfully, but a lot of them are. That's including the ones I actively take care of outside too. The writers of Dark are on another universe. It blows me away how you can write something remotely as close as this, which is kind of unfortunate that their follow-up, not like to the show, but their next series that they didn't seem to do as well. I can't remember what it was called. It was something like it was like a boat or something. I can't remember what it was called. I haven't got into that yet. What's your favorite genre of music? Alt rock, probably. Yeah, like Linkin Park, Korn, Skillet. Yeah, those are like some of my favorite bands. Has anyone seen Novocaine? I'm glad you directed that to everybody, which includes me, because you know I haven't seen it yet. I'm excited for Strek 5. I wouldn't say excited, but I'll check it out probably. Do people actually want Batman 2 at this point? I really couldn't care less. I mean, I'd be interested to see what they do with it. I'm more interested in the DCU. So, you know, if it comes out, it comes out, but I just want this universe to get going. I wonder if they're going to Shazam 3. I would be shocked. After everything that's happened too, I highly doubt it. We'll get a reboot before we get a sequel to that. Oh yeah, I have a new fan cast, Callahan Skogman as Aquaman. I have no idea who that is. Honestly, he could probably be any superhero. He's just built that way, man. Toy Story Trilogy was one of the greatest trilogies to hit cinema. I mean, they had a perfect ending, and then 4 came, and it's like, are they trying to bank on our nostalgia turned into a blood franchise, into a cash grab? Thing is, though, I thought the same thing, and I do still think 3 is the perfect ending, but 4 did come along and add a lot of good. I really like 4. I don't think it ruined anything, but it is just kind of dragging us out further and further down the line. Yeah, but here we are again. We're tempting fate yet again. And somehow Woody's going to be back with the gang. What's my favorite movie genre? I don't know, man. Sci-fi or horror, fantasy? It's hard to say. It's somewhere in that realm. Probably more consistently horror, I think, maybe? I mean, if we're talking like, I don't know. Maybe horror. Favorite Pixar film? Fuck. Okay. There we go. Probably Toy Story. Toy Story or Inside Out, I think. Yellow. Luca and Turning Red. Turning Red's good. Luca was enjoyable. Favorite reactors, go ahead and lie. Say me, go ahead. Aha! Aha! Darkly Shine, favorite reactor. I'll be honest though, I still haven't watched any of your videos, and I'm so sorry. When I can, I watch Sorta Stupid live, watching along of Doctor Who. Because they watch that on Twitch, don't they? They do all their stuff on Twitch and then port it over to YouTube. I've not done any of that yet. Hell yeah, I just watched them watch season 2, episodes 5 and 6. Jay and Adam going through Severance is hilarious. Yes, it is. I'm so glad that they caught on to that, because I know like Jay watched it on the side and stuff like and everything, but like I wasn't sure how Adam was going to settle into it, and he's been enjoying the shit out of it. Hello, Alex is amazing. Alex is fucking hilarious. Like Cam and Zay. Hola amigo, how are you? Munir, Gabriel, how are you doing? I'm watching Danny Moda. Who are a quarter? Who is a reactor? I also sub to Danny. I just don't. I only watch his Helliverse related stuff though. Even though sometimes it makes me want to bash my head into the wall, because he's one of those people that I'm just like, how did we get to this opinion or this observation? I'm like, what the fuck? And I turn into the people in my comment section sometimes. Actually, no, like I said, I might exaggerate a little bit. I've had it like once or twice, but like for the most part, like one thing I'll say, like, hell, one of the writers on the show told Viv, because he watches my stuff. I think Adam Naylan watches the channel, and he apparently told Viv, I'm one of the few people that get it. And I will take that. I will take it. So, but like, so I've gotten to the point where like, oh my God, they're just not getting it. When I'm watching other people, I'm like, motherfucker, no, that's not right. No. What? Did we watch the same show? Anyway, yeah, I know Danny. Oh, Helliverse fandom knows Danny for one reason or other. I love him though. He's hilarious, but he makes his videos for the bits more than the observations. Let's see. Ooh, I remember Niall Reacts and Brad Evans too. I don't know those two. Sorta Soup is my favorite reaction too. They made me laugh so damn hard I found their account about a few months ago. You wanna watch their Twitch live stream tonight for horror movies night? QQ. I'm dumb. His channel name is Niall No Chill. I'll have to look into that one. I'm not familiar with this one. I've seen Black Phone 2 trailer. No, I haven't seen the trailer for it yet. I'm still unsure how that's even gonna happen, but I guess maybe I would find out or know if I watch the trailer. If Minecraft wins any awards, I'm blowing up Jack Black's mailbox. Relax. No threats, no threats. It's funny that you mentioned Sorta Stupid. I was just in the middle of rewatching the Steven Universe reactions until you were live. What reactions have you watched from them? Doctor Who, Game of Thrones, all their DC stuff. I'm watching all their Marvel stuff, their Jurassic Park stuff, their Harry Potter stuff, all the big movie film stuff I've been trying to binge through, and then what shows I have seen that they've seen, you know, their Helliverse stuff, all that kind of stuff. I think I'm going to hit up their Young Justice stuff next, but yeah, I don't know. I keep up with a lot of their movie things, I think the most. Same answer as before, though sadly, this movie never came out in my area, as I have recently learned. It's supposedly already out. And I found that on Chainsaw Reacts live stream the other day. It's never even been here. None of the theaters in my area, within even an hour, have played this movie at all. And it's the movie I was the most looking forward to this year. And it has not played here, which is frustrating as hell. I didn't even know it came out. West Virginia sucks. Get it right. Get the correct Virginia in your mouth. They are different states. Petty Pumpkins just reacted to Jaws, in case you're interested. I'm gonna need a list of people to check out from you guys. Just start making a list. Dump it in my Discord for those that are still in there. Rewatching Sandman, I forgot how awesome the series is. Can't wait for season 2. Damn, I forgot how hot Dream is. He's what's it, Gimo? Goth emo? Gimo vibes. Let's make Gimo a thing. But yeah. My brain was like, man, I should try to watch Dead Boy Detectives before it comes out, but I'm not gonna have time. I am not gonna have time. Considering I think one of the Dead Boys is making a cameo in it. Sort of did quite fun. Also, RWBY reactions they have Wiggles eyebrows. Worry about Mona live action. I worry about any Disney live action. And oh my God, Moana is why are we doing that? I feel like Moana just came out. Yes, Petty Pumpkins. Mason Thames, who's Hiccup and Finn from the Black Phone. If you didn't know already, is being eyed for the Link in the Legend of Zelda live action movie. Thoughts? I can see it. I could kind of see it. Have you heard they are making a live action Moana? Well, as one of the people just above you have said, yes, I'm aware. We've talked about it at great length many times over the course of these long streams and stuff like that. I'm pretty in the know about a lot of the live action bullshit that's coming out. There's a Frozen one. There's all kinds of stupid ideas that Disney is throwing out, which is probably why they don't send me screeners for anything and have ignored my emails for damn near everything. Anyway, let's see. Did I edit Sinners myself? Hell no! In which case, did you have to do it more than once to get past copyright? It got claimed every time, so I just fought the claim. I put it up and fought the claim. I put it up with the claim on it and just sent that bitch straight to escrow and won out in the end. So it is now posted because there's no ground for them to stand on to block it, man. MCU has a lot of stories going on right now. Yes, it does. Just is one of the greatest horror films of all time. And it's also barely a horror film because it's so much. It's oddly so whimsical at times too. Like the whole like journey out on the sea with Quinn and all of them and whatnot on the ship and what. It's just, I don't know. That's the fun about Steven Spielberg films in general. I think though, it's equal parts warm and equal parts fear. It's single-handedly unparalleled levels of fear to sharks into viewers. Yeah, for sure. Jaws I did watch for the first time ever. Damn, that's wild. Wild. Glad though that you could still appreciate it. I haven't seen Petty Pumpkins for a while. How they doing? I'm gonna just write this down. So, Petty Pumpkins. And who was the other one? No channel. Oh. Okay, I have Cinepals. And you just put Petty Pumpkins and you didn't put anything else. You literally just put 2. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's so funny. Shark. What's up, Nicolette? How are you? Do you think James Gunn would make a Blue Beetle canon to the DCU? I think it could easily fit within his plans. I mean, that is the plan. That's what they've said so far. As much as he's said so far, it is expected to be included in it. There's a Blue Beetle animated show still in the works, but also that is still dependent on the success of all the other things. But I talked to Sholo about it last time I saw him, so like, yeah, as far as we're aware, it's still being made. There hasn't been anything saying that it's not. I reconsidered my views on the Revan novel I asked about it last stream. Was not aware at the time of the setting it up for SWTOR. I am most displeased now. Makes me not want to try SWTOR even more. Yeah, EA really came in and fucked up BioWare's vision for that whole storyline, because we need a MMO. We need microtransactions. We're EA. We're fucking stupid. People don't play single player games anymore. Yet one of our most successful recent franchises is a single player game. God forbid it's got Jedi in it. Oh my God. I'm EA. God. Sony pisses me off sometimes, I swear. Sony only pisses me off sometimes too. If we want to get down to another whole tangent. I want Thomas Jane's Punisher make an appearance. I'm good. That had its time in the sun. I'm okay letting that go away. Can Kingpin at least get a name drop in some form? Maybe? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. This week, the role of EA will be played by an old wizard. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you. That EA boomer voice. Thank you, Nether. Oh, God. Where was I? I blacked out for a second. At my elementary, there were so many white kids at 3 black kids, and it says it was easier to call me Tess, and then we were a troublemaker, and they would take me away to recess. I don't know what that story was equating to. Maybe about the whole little thing about you being jumped by a bunch of Spanish people and it scaring you. I don't know. I don't know what brought that on. They probably just had a question. Give me a bowl. I mean, you don't have to buy the super special popcorn bucket if you don't want to. That dude popcorn bucket though. Yeah, just get in there. Isn't Ethan dead now? That's the question. Who knows? Who is that shadow approaching her at the end of the game? Off in the distance as she looked off from visiting his grave. Was it in her head? Was he really there? What even happened? Who knows? I mean, probably. But they did leave that weird opening with that shadow person coming and meeting her at the end. Just got done weed eating and wanted to know how you feel about the marks on Superman's eyes when he uses his laser vision. I haven't noticed. I'm going to have to look for that now. I haven't noticed this, so currently I have zero opinion. What's up, Axel? 1 week left until episode 3 comes out. Episode 3? I'm confused. Of what? Is it for Ironheart? Wait. What? Maybe Ironheart? I guess. Last stream when I asked about your favorite Pokegens and being super all about Gen 1 overall, is that your favorite games? Red, blue, fire, red, leaf, green, yellow. Out of the original set, yellow, but once Fire Red came out, I think that one became the definitive one for me. I really wish they would have made an electric yellow, because that for sure would have got to that point for me. But I think right now, just because it's the most recent, it's got the most updates. Fire Red, man. Sean, oh my God, it's so funny. A week ago, they announced Silent Hill 1 remake. I'm excited. I still need to. I never finished. Like when I originally played Silent Hill, I never finished it. So maybe this will be the time. I've never finished a Silent Hill game. So the week I left, season 3 of Squid Game comes out. Hype train. I'm Spanish. That one's pretty lame. Not gonna lie. Oh, we're talking about the buckets again. Or we were talking about the buckets. God damn it, 51 minutes behind. Did you hear about Bradley Cooper, Pumpkin Pluff, and Michael Rooker from Guardians of the Galaxy will be joining Superman movie and playing the 3 robots? I would not be shocked if there are so many voice cameos sprinkled all throughout everything that's coming out. I won't lie, I thought the lady in RE9 was Rose until we heard her name. Same. That was exactly my thought as well. But now I'm actually going to have to go back and play Outbreak. The system in Outbreak, I hated it so much that I never finished Outbreak. So I'm betting that the Sun player is going to die in the 4th game. Probably. Where are you guys? So I'm trying to see what's coming. I think his current timeline RE is set at 2037. That's insane, man. Am I familiar with Mr. Miracle? A little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. I've seen him over the years, but never looked into his character. And now I have, and I'm intrigued by his origins and everything. Yeah, I don't know a lot. I know of him, but I don't know like the deeper ins and outs or anything like that. I don't even know his origin. So excited for the Lord of the Mysteries is officially confirmed for 28th on June. It's getting 8 dubs, and every trailer is looking stunning. Expectations are high. I have no idea what that is, but I'm glad to hear you are excited. I warn you, I've seen all of Cobra Kai, and that the Karate Kid's minus the new one, and John Wick also minus the new one, and also basically makes me a black belt. Also, I never paid attention to it while watching the show, but it's so funny to me on rewatch, is like how every time they're in the dojo, they're all like white belts, and then suddenly at the tournament, every time they all have a black belt, as if they didn't have to test for all of the belts in between. The show, it's you just put on a black belt. That's all it is. Corn with a K. Enjoying your reactions to Shield, and I love your reactions to Sinners. I don't know if you knew this, but originally the Delroy Lindo was in that Shield spinoff, Most Wanted, that never took off. Oh, that's unfortunate. I know I've seen Delroy Lindo and a bunch of other stuff, but that's cool that he was almost in that. That's sad that that didn't come through though. So the time is kind of ironic and perfect that the week you reacted to the film was the same week that you reacted to Hunter's Return in that Fitz episode. Yeah, that was exciting. That was such a pleasant surprise, because like I said in that, people in the chat told me after on the Spies Goodbye episode that I saw at least 2 or 3 comments say that we never see Hunter or Bobby ever again. That was the last time they're in the show. So when he actually showed up, I was like, oh, what the fuck? Let's go. Have you seen T.O.P., the guy who played Thanos? His music? I am not actually, no. I hate raccoons, and there's a city of them? No thanks. Don't worry, Raccoon City has been turned into a crater back in 1997. Tom and John have already begun filming together on another movie, right? Tom and John? I think so, yeah. I think so, yeah. Do you think the remaining non-main X-player characters will hate Yoon for screwing up their chances of getting out of the island? No. I doubt that will come up, but who knows? With MJ and Ned coming back, I hope that they still don't undo the ending of No Way Home and then Ned becomes a hobgoblin, possibly. They're probably going to undo it some way. I mean, they eventually do it in the comics anyway, so I feel like they're just going to play out all that same stuff. I 100% think they're going to find a way around it at some cost. Brett Bassinger was in Final Destination Bloodlines. That and Tony Todd are the only 2 reasons I really want to see that movie, just because it is Tony Todd's final film, and also Breck was in it. Do you think Thanos' hatred towards MG Coin was justified? Yeah. Yeah. I do think it goes way overboard though, but then again, how much money he lost out on that shit is awful. So is Final Destination new Spider-Man show meme for me, chat? For right now, maybe. I don't think it's gotten to that point yet. Joker 2. Green Knight. I've seen the Green Knight. I got a review for the Green Knight, which speaking of, same dude is going to be doing the Elden Ring movie, which that movie almost kind of is, in essence, in its way, kind of very Soulsy, but we'll see. I'm curious how they're even going to do that. How do you even make an Elden Ring movie? I love his visuals, though. His artistic direction is perfect for Elden Ring, though. Didn't watch Joker 2, love T.O.P.'s music, and I've been listening to him and his band for more than a decade. Anyone here go to stay up till 3 a.m. to watch the season 3 of Squid Game? I mean, I will, but it's also in not tonight. So you're lame for only liking vanilla. I know, vanilla's cool. I like it with rainbow sprinkles. Now you just ruined it. All I can say to you about Final Destination sequels is that all of the sequels are good except for 4. Give it a try one day. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I know which is every summer. Today I'll watch Real DreamJack's Galaxy Quest reaction. Such a perfect movie and script. Such a love letter to sci-fi and its fans, especially Star Trek's and best Star Trek movie. It is. Is it the best Star Trek movie? I love it. I love Galaxy Quest so much. I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't know who is in the reaction, but I do want to look at it. I do want to see who it is. I love it, by the way. Let's see. Oops. Did say the shipper. Let's just facts. Your screen is visible, by the way, just in case. Oh, okay. When I was clicking around and looking at stuff. Oh yeah, it's because I have StreamYard and the same tab thing as everything else. That's probably why. Tomorrow, the season 2 finale of Dead City. Episode 7 was phenomenal, I must say, and Laura Cohen directed episode 6. She did it really well. You mentioned about your Star Trek exposure being to Abrams films in the First Contact. First Contact was one of his favorites. What were your thoughts about the Borg? It basically future zombies. Resistance is futile. I like the Borg as a concept, as an idea. They're an interesting villain. I know a lot about them just from just kind of tertiary knowledge. But that was like my first exposure to them, obviously. Like first-hand exposure, I guess. They're wild. I think they're a really, really interesting villain and species, race, whatever you want to call them. Entity, foe, antagonist, plague, kind of all of the above. No, I mean, they set the stage for that kind of thing, and it's like a lot of that hive mind thing kind of stems out of that in some way, shape, or form. I don't know, love it. Love it, love it, love it. That was really cool. I'm in a bit of a dilemma because I could choose one movie and have to grab Party of Superman or Fantastic Four. My friends aren't caught up on Marvel, but Four is in another universe, which helps. I mean, that might help. That might help. Oh, it's off on an island by itself. You don't need any other stuff, even though it kind of sets up whatever. It might be a good buy-in for it, but yeah, I'm going to try to see both, but I'm definitely seeing Superman. I'm back. Cat Cafe was so fun. I'm glad you have fun. I hope the kiddies enjoyed your company as well, which I'm sure they did. Been watching Castlevania recently. QQ. Fun fact regarding Star Wars, directed by Jonathan Frakes, who played Commander William Riker, the first officer. He goes to a lot of the conventions I've gone to. I've never gone to, obviously for multitude of reasons. One being I'm not familiar with a lot of his work. I've never gone to his table. But yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that. Devin Sawa was a very nice fellow. I saw him in Baltimore Horror on Maine and saw the actor who played Art the Clown. I'd be awkward and shy all the time. Lol. Yeah, I'd love to meet Devin Sawa. I've heard like the guy that plays Art the Clown is really, really cool. Matt Ryan and Devin Sawa are going to be at one not too long ago, not too far from here, but I'm not going to be able to make it, sadly. I'm hoping to catch them at some point. I've never gone to one of the horror specific ones, but I really want to at some point. You guys know the regular show. I know of it. I've never watched a full episode though. Witcher Full 3 only won me over with the fact that there are life and death choices in it. Oh, like choices have consequences kind of thing. Seen Warfare now, and that film has you holding your breath with rings your bells at the same time. Warfare. Oh, is that war movie that just came out here recently? I've heard a lot of really good stuff about it. What's up, Age of Superman? How are you? Have you thought about playing Exposition 33 at all? I've thought about it. I just simply don't have time for video games right now, especially long ones. I still haven't finished the ones I'm in the middle of at the moment. It's been a year since I've touched my file for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Hopefully we'll be able to get back to that once I get things with the Patreon squared out a little bit more here in the coming months. They made 3 I Know What You Did Last Summer movies. I think there's more than 3. 3 was just the one that was the last one I watched. I'm pretty sure there's a couple more after that too. What's up? I have no clue what to do. The time periods of the show Killer Killers, which one do you want to see a live action version of? Oh, the Two Brothers. The one in Japan. Hell yeah, that one. Give me that. The End of the Effing World is great. Never finished it, I don't think. New job makes me feel like Mordecai and Rigby. That's just being an adult, man. US is being some right now. That is a way to put it. Looking forward to hopefully seeing banter between John and Tom when they clash heads on the screen or in marketing. It'll be definitely full circle since they helped each other in their auditions. I do remember that. I do remember that, hearing about them, because they were filming something when Tom was auditioning for Spider-Man, I think, if I remember right. I want to watch F1. I've heard good things about that as well. Again, probably not my kind of movie, but if I had the time, I would probably check it out, but hearing great things about it. If you ever react to Star Trek, start with TNG, The Next Generation. That makes the most sense since it's Patrick Stewart's era and you saw him and his crew on First Contact. That's what I was thinking about doing. It was like, if I ever got into Star Trek, I would probably start with The Next Generation. Could you say if BoJack Horseman is in the poll? Is it high on the poll currently? It is currently. I don't even think it's on that poll, and if it is, it's definitely not high. Let me just double check. I don't know if it's on that one or not. I'm kind of surprised it's not. Yeah, it's not on there. Is it because of the episode limitation I have on this one? How many episodes is BoJack? There we go. It's kind of surprises me how many characters I had to put in there to get that. Yeah, it's probably because of the episode count, because this poll is limited to 52 episodes and under, because it's the short form poll for Heartstopper. Let's see if it's on the full one. Yeah, it's on the full one. It's just not on that one. Because right now I only have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the long form slot, so obviously we're still in the middle of that one. If I can't finish it in a year, it is not in the running for the Heartstopper poll. Cobra Kai is the sauce. Yes, it is. You said you won't come within 100 feet of me? Joking, because I'm young Sheldon. No, you're Sheldor. The only thing I saw of Rick and Morty was the fandom. Hullabaloo. Yeah, dude. Oh, God. It just made watching it, like, honestly revolting. And I just never went back. I like Rick and Morty, though. To be honest, I still watch it. It's okay. If a series wins a poll and you watch the pilot and not like it, do you carry on or wish to stop? I'll probably... I don't know. We haven't had that happen yet, where something's won a poll and I've not gotten into it. So it's hard to say. It just depends. Because like even with some things like Breaking Bad, like the first episode, I don't know if well, I mean, it's not like a huge hook. But I don't know. Sometimes you have to give things a little bit of room to breathe. So I'd probably try it for a few weeks. And if my opinion doesn't improve, yeah, I would probably just drop the show, because if I'm not enjoying it, why watch me watch it? So it just hasn't happened yet, thankfully, but I would drop it. Just 6 more days of waiting for Squid Game. God, I love Ted Lasso. So excited for season 4. Me too. That incredible theme goes hard. Last time about X-Files having so many episodes, you're bound to vibe with some of it, even if not as a whole. I feel that for Star Trek Next Generation, early stuff is hokey, but there's some good stuff and it gets better. Yeah, I mean, there's the thing too about each one of them, they tell very different kinds of stories, and more so the X-Files, every episode sometimes can be a completely different genre altogether, and a lot of them are standalone, and I think a lot of NTG is also standalone as well. NTG, fuck, TNG! Why do I keep saying NTG? Oh, I think because I'm thinking of my Rode NTG, my mic. I was like, why does that abbreviation sound familiar to me? Why do I keep saying it? But yeah, there's, like I said before, like if you don't like a bulk of it, I'm sure there is at least an episode that you would probably love. What are your thoughts on the most recent fighting game announcements? Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. That looks kind of wild. Probably not my kind of game, but looks pretty interesting. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Cool, because I played all those games when they first came out. Invincible Versus looks like dick. Looks like ass. That looks terrible. So yeah, that's my thoughts. My quick thoughts. How do you think of Peter Sohn directing Incredibles 3 while Brad Bird is writing? At least he's writing. So, I mean, that's fine. I mean, again, like I said, Elemental was really good, so I don't have a problem with the correction there. Dumb question. What are the crowns? I want a cute purple crown. So the crowns are for top fans. So it's for the people that comment the most, interact the most in the chat and all that kind of stuff. But I turned that feature off, but I didn't turn it, I turned it off midstream. So I think it's still there for the people that earned those in this stream. Favorite Digimon moment? That's again not Omn1. Fuck you, because that's hard to beat. Because it's you're right. Like, because it is hard to beat. It is the best moment. Is the Omn1 moment. Outside of that, I don't know, man. That is a toughie. I don't know, man. Maybe the first, it's not even a good moment, but it's such a strong, impactful moment, I think, is when Greymon digivolves, or Corruption digivolves into Skull Greymon for the first time. And you're like, oh shit, what did Tai just do? Also, the first War Greymon appearance is also super dope. Yeah, nothing comes close to the Omn1 reveal, though. So, fair enough to remove that. Do you think you could survive the jump rope game in Squid Game? Probably. Wow! Colonel Eugene Toombs, I love that character. They made another episode with that character. There's only a handful of characters in the X-Files that return for another round. And yeah, he's the first to do it, and it's iconic. People still talk about it to this day, man. Like, it's one of those. He's also just one of the creepiest fuckers in the entire show. Just him as an entity, as a creature. One is a concept and as whole, whatever you want to call him. Is he a man? Is he a creature? What is he? It's hard to say. Who knows? He's just Eugene Victor Toombs. Oh, so good. So good. There's a couple people that they do that with, though. Lasso. I'm afraid to say, but I gotta pick at least. Okay, your taste buds are insane, optimally cooked. Mickey D's fries are always so salty. It depends. When you probably roast them a fine mix of seasonings and the right temperature. Work for the most recent film, Johnny Depp is very difficult to work with, so who wants to work with him again? Who knows, man? People will suffer for name recognition sometimes, man, but who knows? Who knows? What are your feelings on 01, 02, 03, 04? I think Tamers is both amazing yet the least enjoyable. I strangely enjoy 04 and the idea of Kins turning into Mons. Kind of felt like Power Rangers. I also kind of liked Frontiers for that reason. I kind of like the idea that the kids turned into the Digimon themselves. It's a cool concept, but much like with Pokemon Gen 1, the thing I first experienced, I will always have a strong bias towards, and because 01 and 02 is one story, one world, I don't love the Digimon multiverse thing. I kind of wish it was all contained to just the Adventure timeline, because Adventure is by far, that's the storyline, the universe I like the most. 01, you can't beat for me. I like 02 a lot. I've softened on them a lot over the years. I was a little harsh on them for a long time. I do like 03, but again, I hated that I was in a different universe. I didn't like the card system that they tried to incorporate it. I don't like when they overcomplicate everything or try to make a gimmick or whatever. I don't like it. Yu-Gi-Oh got so bad about that later on in the series. But I like Guilmon a lot. I like the Digimon in that one a lot, like the main ones, the core team. Like, there's things I liked about it. Like, there's things I like a lot about that, and there's a lot of things that I like about Tamers. Wait, that was Tamers. About Tamers and Frontiers, but for me, Digimon is always adventure. 01, 02. Like that's always it for me. Like French, you mean French fries? No, French fries. French is Wendy's. Sometimes you gotta find a good McDonald's. My local McDonald's has good fries, but the next one lives over. Yeah, I've tried doing that, man, but it's just like every time I hit a different one, it does this. I don't have any luck. I don't know what it is, man. It's like everywhere I go. You're 100% right, by the way. It's fun to roast you. Mickey D's. Our guys are never toasty. They're always white. This man, fry connoisseur. You have no idea how much I want to be able to use a gift from the bear right now. If only you could. You ever plans to react to Digital Circus soon? Soon? I don't know, but I will get to it eventually. I like my fries, if cooked at home, a little burnt. Checker fries, though. Checker fries are really good. Checkers/Rallies, depending on where you're at. Same company. Really good fries. Really, really freaking good fries. I like Gaslight District. Still need to get around to that. Burger King. Another one for Burger King's here. The Smurfs, the musical, basically. Not even that, man. Do I not like the Smurfs? I like the original show. I don't like any of the crap they've done with it since. And the new thing looks just like abysmal, mind-numbing. You're turning your kid's brain into goo trash. Let's see. James Gunn saying that once a character dies, they stay dead tells me that he doesn't plan on doing any Blackest Night eventually. Or that's the whole reason. Oh, I don't know. Who knows? I feel like it's a load of bullshit, but we'll see. DC characters do have a thing for not permanently dying. Cough Flashpoint. We'll see. Cough magic. Cough, cough. Also in the world to be Heroes X, conversely, heroes lose their powers if they stop believing in, and people stop believing in them. Interesting. So they're almost like gods who lose power over loss of influence. That's interesting. Bad Guys is one of my favorite all-time DreamWorks movies alongside Wild Robot and Shrek. Still never seen Bad Guys. There's a new one coming out, I think, right? Or did it already come out? For all I know, I have no idea. But the episode leading up to Eugene the episodes leading up to Eugene were a little slow for me. Still enjoyed them. The last episode of season 1 was intense. Can't wait to start season 2. Yeah, no, I feel that as well. There's definitely, I would even agree, a little bit of a lull before Toombs' return towards the end. But yeah, the finale is a ramp up. And I think the show, like this, back in the day, shows sometimes they had to find their footing, especially with Jillian and David. They historically didn't like working with each other, and now they're like inseparable to the point where they've probably cheated on their spouses a couple of times with each other over the years. The way they interact with one another when they're together, there's no way they haven't. But the fact that everything else up until that point, though, like there's, you know, they gotta get used to each other. They gotta figure things out. The writers gotta find out the show. That doesn't happen with TV so much anymore. But I think once it does, I think it finds a strong stride, definitely starting in season 2. And I think season 3, 4, 5 onward are some of the best shit they got going for them. But I do think the show it uses that whole season to find itself. So I think you'll find them more consistently enjoyable later on. At least that's my hope. Who knows? I could be talking out my ass though. But the Erlenmeyer Flask, the season 1 finale, iconic, so good. Anyway, Smurfs equal cute. Smurfs movie equal crimes against humanity. True. Trust that people have places that heroes that measure and collected the data, and the heroes are ranked according to the public's faith in them. That's kind of fucked up. So I had to guess Outer Banks take place outside of a bank? No. Are you familiar with Pokemon Showdown? Basically an online fan-made battle simulator. I am. I've never played it myself, but I've seen people play it. Super cool. Might be fun to do a battle with your viewers. That's an interesting idea. When I play the games, I'm not like I gotta use this move strategy to this move to set up this move to do this move to get to that move, blah 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 blah. This move is the best move set for this. I need this IV to EV to this one's the best for that one to make this move the best one to build. I'm just like fire go boom, punch go smack. That's me when I play Pokemon. I'm like, give me all the cute animals and let me just pummel them to death. I don't think. I just, what move do big damage? What move do big hurt? That's my brain. I am caveman smash when I play Pokemon. I'm like, what Pokemon do I want? And then it ends there. So basically, chat, if you love X-Files was a person, it's Omni. Yes. Isn't X-Files a crime horror show or something? I'd call it crime horror sci-fi. It's mostly well, there's a lot of horror, but it's mostly sci-fi. I mean, it's all three. Fuck it. I mean, it is. It's equal parts crime, horror, and sci-fi. And sometimes it's fucking hilarious because they have comedy episodes too. Sometimes there's romance. Sometimes there's all kinds of other stuff. They shake it up every now and then. Also, again, for you Breaking Bad peeps out there, that was Vince Gilligan's first big job, and where he learned all of his craft. I think Witcher 3 devs threw a lot of players of the tutorial because they assumed they haven't played 1 or 2. I was overwhelmed too back then. Yeah, they threw a bunch of me. I was like, what the fuck is all this? And I was like, nope, I'm done. I want to play a game, smack things with sword and shoot magic. I don't want to work. I don't want the game to be a job. That's why I can't play like fucking what is that game? Stardew Valley or whatever, where you gotta micromanage everything and collect and farm and be in the stern and Minecraft and can't do it. My brain don't do it. Super for Orphan Time is Super Squid Game is this month. Time for its Orphan Time. For its Orphan Time? Why am I? Oh, right. The special. God, I was trying to figure out what you were talking about for a second. It's Orphan Time, the hell of a short that comes out this month. Glad Russell T is back. Stories are better than Chris's era, and Shuti is a great doctor, but there's still something missing for me. I think I kind of lost my love for it for some reason. I agree, and I honestly feel like a lot of that to me is still like just feeling the remnants because they're stuck having to work around it. Is the stuff that Chibnall did. A lot of the changes to the lore, to everything, it's just like I don't like what's happened to the world after that. And I feel like some part of me is always like feels like it's still there. And then yeah, I feel like there's probably some other stuff in there as well. X-Files, the longest running science show. We got FBI peeps looking at non-normal things like Fox and Dana and others and crazy stuff. Gotta watch. Yes. Also, people stop believing in them. Trusting people who believe in heroes and measuring the click. Did you just repost this? I think this is the same thing reposted. Every 2 years, the top heroes gather to compete in a world tournament. To trust their rankings and adjusted accordingly, and the number one hero at the top of the rankings is known as X. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, just in the maybe I need to see something from it because the explanation, like, it's interesting, but I don't think it'd be something that I would watch. Let's see. I also went to Monster Palooza at the end of May and met Doug Jones, who signed my Funko Pop. Hell yeah, I'd love to meet Doug Jones. He's awesome. I love his work. Also met Matthew Lillard. He's also he loves his fans, man. Matthew Lillard was also a lot of fun. I did meet him a year or two ago, something like that. He's a delightful human being, at least when you go to meet him. Special effects made by Martin V. Neal, and also met Godzilla sculptor Shinichi Wakasa. Oh, that's awesome. Ooh, we got a super chat. Oh, well, I gotta scroll down to the bottom of the universe to get there. What's up, Cameron? Thank you. Omni, today is my birthday. Why the fuck did you give me money on your birthday? I appreciate it. Is this your present to yourself, getting me to call out your birthday and say happy birthday in a stupid voice that I decided to do on a whim because I felt like it? I don't know. But thank you. Thank you so much. I wish I could refund that to you, to be honest. YouTube does not have that functionality built in. But thank you. Happy birthday. I mean, it is $2, but still, so who knows? $2 could save somebody's life. You never know. But I really appreciate that. Happy birthday. Another year older, another year hopefully wiser. To be fair, seeing the world as it is today, age does not equal wisdom, man. For fuck's sake. That lie has been debunked in today's age, man. Oh, where the fuck did I leave off? Here we are. Close enough. Here we are. Maybe the longest, I don't know, pulled that out of my, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty long. I don't know about longest. I'd have to fact check that one myself. I don't know yet. Omni is a cat daddy. Yes, I am. Science fiction, I should say. I'm not rich. I just manage my money and put aside what I'm going to spend. Just responsible is all it is. Responsibility takes you a long, long way, man. Also, your cat Jumba has the sweetest meows. He really does. And all of his children also have some pretty interesting meows. Like, they're just they're so different. Like, you can just like, oh, that was Mary. Oh, that was Merlin. Like, all of his kittens all have very unique little sounds. And like, Percy and Merlin had the most pathetic little weak little squeaks. It's so funny. It's so cute. And they're the biggest too out of the whole lot. I see Lily trying to understand you do drugs in a trailer. A man named Jesse Pinkman. Oh no, calling out the accusations. Also, another interesting factoid you might have missed in an episode of S.H.I.E.L.D., which released last week, was actually directed by Clark Gregg. Just the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., directing S.H.I.E.L.D. That's cool. I mean, a lot of times with these shows, they eventually get the people on the show to direct episodes, but that's kind of funny to play into that as well. I'm trying to find a way to go to Raleigh still next month. I was planning on skipping it, but there's still just so many people showing up to it that I really want to see, so I really feel like I'm missing out. But I don't know if I can mentally justify it, but Clark Gregg is going to be there, so I don't know. We'll have to play it by ear and see what happens. My mother traumatized me when I was a kid by watching the X-Files with me in the room. The opening melody still gives me cold sweats. Oh, yes. That's funny. That's unfortunate, but that's what it's there to do, man. And now so many people just think of it as the conspiracy meme, or the what is it? The Illuminati soundtrack. Like, people forget what it actually is, because it's, you see it, the soundbite is used in so many YouTuber videos these days when anything weird happens, and people just kind of associate it with that now. You damn kids! Last stream you said Vamp was over being a werewolf. You said Vamp over being a werewolf. Just curious reasoning, because a wolf is just one night and you have to stress about it and not having the agency versus a constant need to suck people dry. It's mostly the control aspect, because for that one night, it depends. Like, do I have control? And what benefits carry over when I'm human? Because I want the superpowers, man. I want, vampire sucks. I'm a nocturnal animal already. The blood thing would be a massive inconvenience, not gonna lie. But just get somebody where that's their kink and you might be fine. Bite me a little bit. We're good. Just don't, suck them dry or anything like that. Get yourself a loyal blood supply, I guess, is what I'm saying. But the problem with the werewolf thing is, yes, it's once a night, but are there any benefits in the in-between? And on that night, if you can't control yourself, what could you do to the people around you? That would be my biggest fear, is like, what would happen on that night? Would I kill the people around me? Would I be able to contain myself and keep myself from killing people and stuff? Like, being a werewolf, unless you can control it, has no discernible benefits. And it's just a one day. Right? So yeah. Anyway, X-Files is great. I would recommend it too. And here's what we're talking about. Bruce, born in the USA, Dancing in the Dark, born in the USA. Dark is expert level sci-fi show. It is not for beginners. If you got confused by Back to the Future, get the fuck out of here, because you can't handle Dark. That's true. So you guys consider Spider-Man's greatest enemy? Goblin? The green one, the Green Goblin. Accuracy is important to me. Same. I do love the USA. Complete, safe, and free cuts to some absolutely terrible and fucked up shit happening. Yeah. Yep. That's Legends. Right, the Chiati Mundi thing we talked about. Did you hear they retitled Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow to just Supergirl? I did hear about that. What's up, Mookie? How are you? That dog, I can't stop looking at it. It's looking at me into my soul. Long time watcher, first time to catch your live stream. Well, welcome. Linkin Park is amazing. They were and are probably still my overall favorite band. And hell, even with the new vocalist, I think their new CD is really good. It's really good. I think Supergirl works. Plus, if Supergirl gets a sequel, we have our title. Fan cast Aaron Paul as DCU Batman. I'm sorry, no. I could not see that. Cars is my favorite Pixar film or Up. I still need to see either of those. Inside Out is good. Wall-E I might need to rewatch. I did not like Wall-E when I first saw it. Watch it on Twitch on Tuesdays. We can see the video as well. Now, technically that's illegal, but whatever. You do them. It's all good. If Twitch ain't hammering it down, then hammered what to do the thing. I just want Batman to beat the shit out of Oscob. If you give up monies on TV shows, and i.e. you can never watch any movie or TV show ever again, which would you I need to rewatch that in subspeed. If you had to give up movies or TV shows, i.e. you never watch any movie or TV show ever again, what should you give up? I'd probably give up movies. Probably. If I had to pick movies or TV shows, I'd probably pick TV shows. I'd probably stick with TV shows. My favorite Pixar movie of the year, the first movie Toy Story movie is amazing. Have you thought about going to posting Stranger Things season 5, considering they are releasing on holidays? No, I'm going to try to do that as they come out. Hop on it as they come out. I know Greg and John just shouted me out at the end of the current video, because sometimes I'll skip ahead to see if they've done my shout out or not before watching the actual video, and I did, and they were just roasting basically how they know I'm probably going to be like them, selling out my holidays this year thanks to Stranger Things. Makes sense. He's a big fan of Helva Struffs. Yes. Seriously, I think it'd be cool if Batman keeps stopping his villains. They go to jail, Joker be friends with all of them, and then boom, Gotham breaks out into a movie. Yeah. Pixar faves are Inside Out and Ratatouille. Ratatouille's really good. Inside Out's really good as well. Blake Roman's genuinely a good man. He's really sweet. And honestly, I've gone to so many conventions that have been out. They haven't gotten to the point where they remember my name, though. But Amir and him both recognize me every time I show up, though. So, progress. But that's another thing too. Like, I feel obligated to go say hello to Alex if he's nearby, just because that's the only times we have time to interact with one another. And I've gotten, what was it? I'd say, I mean, I've talked about this before, just like the rapport that I've got with his agent. Like, we follow each other on Instagram and shit now too, so like, I don't know, it's just fun, you know. Anyway, oh, just Karen Gillan's going to be there, Jodie Whittaker's going to be there. It's just like, fuck. Also, Jessica Vosk is going to be there, and she's another name I do need for my album that I haven't got yet. Ugh. Batman has to fight them all and get into Catwoman, Gordon, and Robin. Who would you have a harder time with on each other's villains? Iron Man or Batman? I think Batman would struggle a lot more against Iron Man's villains than he would Iron Man versus Batman's villains. Batman would definitely have the harder time if they swap cities. You're strange little man. You're sad, strange little man, and you have pity. Farewell is my favorite lines from Toy Story. Neil Chill, pronounced more like River Nile. Nile, no chill. Ah, that makes sense. Also, it's one of my faves, along with Nick Says Boo, and Pink Popcast. Greg is watching all the Jurassic Park stuff, so get ready for Rebirth. Yeah, I've been watching their Jurassic Park wash-throughs, though I'm not sure if I don't know if I care it. Well, no, I think it'll be funny at least to watch their Dominion one. So surprised to see you haven't watched Circus yet. Is that something we could hope for? Yes, it will come eventually. Eventually. Your pronunciation of Nile may cost you your Irish ancestry card. It's Niall, or Nile, not Niall Horan from One Direction. I don't know the people of One Direction. Who do you think I am? Hey, and you can't get on to me, because I don't even know how many Irish people can still pronounce Irish shit anymore. There's no logic to the characters used and the pronunciations given. And y'all know it. Y'all know it. Get off that high horse. Fucking, y'all shit makes no sense. It's Neil. What's up, Ratcast? I'll be community first time in the chat. Hope everyone's doing well. I don't have a favorite. It's channel something special. Whether it's sort of stupid, previewed, real rejects, Rosé, Star Wars Wave Squadron. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So excited. The Boys Season 5 is now wrapped. Mona, haha, Mona. Dawson Carpenter, what's up? When it comes to centers, do you have a personal favorite moment? Mine would have been when the music sequence in the club. However, I always crack up to the mom's favorite scene with cornbread. Just people being kind to one another. I did like that moment, but I think my favorite moment is definitely the scene in the barn with the music and then all of that together. I think that was the most beautiful, awesome moment in the entire thing. See, now Hiccup's countering you, saying that you're saying it wrong. So who's right? Sorry, I just saw what's happening in the chat currently. Everyone's favorite Disney princess, Mona. Disney sucks with live action. She get us live action remakes no one is asking for, like Snow White and Moana. Mona, the story of a lady from the painting and how she got there. Favorite Disney princess, Belle. Jasmine, probably, if I had to go overall and whatnot. If you're familiar with the Dead Boy Detectives backstory, you'll probably be fine. I know their backstory. I mean, I've looked into the comics a little bit, and then obviously they were a decent chunk of Doom Patrol at one point. Let's see. Wave Squadron, Omni here. Watch each other for different reasons. Fair enough. I mean, if you want all the Star Wars knowledge, Wave Squadron. You can't get better than them and Kyle, man. Imagine they have a Princess and Frog live action. Ugh, give it time, man. Anyway, what's up, Galaban? How are you doing? Doing well. 2 weeks holiday now. Wine and reaction catch-ups planned for tonight. Hell yeah, man. Get in there and get sloshed. I'm interested in watching the Bring Her Back movie. Yes, I really do. I want to see. I love the guys behind that. I love Talk to Me. I really do want to see that. I really want to see that. I got a list for you in Discord. Petty Pumpkins. Don't know who else. Bella's my favorite Disney princess. Nels Disney reactions. Arcane reactions are absolutely my favorites of his. Do you like Alex Hefner or Kyle Katarn? I mean, like I just mentioned Kyle. We follow each other. I've talked to Kyle. Yeah, I watch his stuff. Funny story about Kyle. And I mentioned Alex. I know it was before this comment, but I also mentioned Alex Hefner. I do watch Alex Hefner. Oh, it's fucking hilarious. I wish I had the amount of just the level of humor that him and Sort of Stupid and Adam and Jay have. I feel like I'm so boring personally, but whatever. But Kyle, funny story, he's got his separate channel, Grizzle Wizard, and for the longest time I was just like, man, these two guys look the same. Felt so dumb when it finally clicked that they were the same person. Oh my god, I was like, fuck. That was one of the most embarrassing revelations of my life, I think. This week on the role of EA play, but I'll call that one out earlier. That EA boomer voice. Okay, got one more channel to add my list for you in Discord. Hello, what's up, Video Demon? Kingpin will probably be named as Mayor, I guess, or Mayor Fisk, maybe something simple, something that'll dodge whatever legalities they do or do not have. Hope that gets clipped out of context. I'm pretty sure that was when I was fisting the bucket. Ironheart, I believe. Good Doctor Strange 3 before Secret Wars, maybe. It's possible. You can always watch Dead Boy Detectives after Sandman. Did you watch the season trailer for it, or are you just going in blind? I didn't watch it either. I did watch the season trailer. I did watch the trailer that came out this week for it, just to kind of get a vibe. Looks awesome. Looks crazy, and I can't wait. If you're interested to be Hero X, you should watch Jabir's concept movie. It's a segment short showcasing the top one Hero X. Maybe, if I have time, maybe. Just got here and I'm pretty new. What exactly goes on here? I just read the chat and sometimes I get really far behind, so be patient and eventually I will try to get to your message. Because right now we're about 40 minutes behind. So yeah, you posted this at 5:51. It is currently 6:37. Johnny Funfella recommends some reactors on Discord. An elementary story was all about the teacher mistaking me for another related to the Spanish gentleman. Okay. I still need to play Shadows of Rose DLC. It's fun. It's a trippy, fun little DLC. I'm glad Teeth didn't get a popcorn bucket. Oh god, that would have been something. What's your most anticipated movie of 2025? Superman. For sure. The only thing I know about Mr. Miracle is that he's married to Big Barda and he is Darkseid's nephew. That's the gist of what I know as well. Ooh, new Resident Evil. Any hint of my husband Leon in it? There are rumors he's going to be in it in some capacity. I knew it. I wear the purple belts, brown belts, yellow belts in Cobra Kai. I think before I stopped, I had my blue, which isn't saying a lot, but yeah. I had a blue. Thank you for shipper. I'm trying to keep my comedy career by going to Tiger Woods. Bear episode Fishes. The whole dinner scene is so tense that it makes me cry. Yes, agreed. It's so, that show is just anxiety for me. It's wild. Resident Evil 9 is basically Fallout now. Well, I mean, in one place, the world isn't destroyed. It's just one city, to be fair. The Odyssey, bruh? Nolan, how you not know this? Huh? What? What brought that on? I don't even know what brought that on. How could you not like raccoons? They're so cute. The Odyssey has me hyped. I'll see it, but I'm not like hyped for it. I'm starting to get into the Expanse books. I gotta say, so far the show is a great adaptation. That's good to hear, at least. Stargirl was so good. I missed that show. Me too, man. Me too. Are they doing a Backrooms movie too for A24? What? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Okay. Tom and John 4 and Odyssey. Yippee! Raise your hand if you think Megan 2.0 will be the worst movie. Worst movie? Probably not. It looks insane. It looks batshit bonkers. And you know what? Why not? I like the first one. I've been watching Squid Game Season 3 on July 1st when I get Netflix back. The reactions recommend, you probably already know those. Subscreen, I know of Subscreen. I don't know that I've actually watched them though. Delroy made me think of Harder They Fall when I saw him in Sinners. All right, he was in that. I forgot about that. I do remember. I've watched that movie, but I can't remember who all was in it. It feels like so long ago now. So much of that movie is kind of a blur to me, though. Movie ain't about similar, but kinda. Took him an hour to realize that. Dylan is trouble. Dylan also. He's kind of a different animal altogether, though, Dylan. Matthew McKenna was the first and only social movie channels I've ever watched for the longest time before getting into at least 50 other channels last year. Matthew McKenna. I don't know that one. I realize now that all my recommendations are British or Scottish. Well, I would not be shocked. I mean, kind of would make sense with your... It would make sense that it would be your algorithm leaning you that way. You made me spit on my drink and sprinkles. Now you've just ruined it. I don't know which part that was, but yes. Borg equals Cybermen equal the Borg. They're similar. They're similar. Having sprinkles with vanilla makes it better. Just having vanilla just makes it bleh. Will you watch the new I Know What You Did Last Summer trailer wise? Looks like Superboy Joshua Orphan is getting hooked. I don't know yet. I haven't watched the trailer yet. It's just gonna be a mood thing. It's not one of those franchises I was huge on. I like the first one a lot, and I like the second one enough, but I was never huge on all of it. But I don't know. We'll see. What's up, Oracle? Hey, Omni, bit drunk. Do you like martial arts movies? Been deep diving into some niche Hong Kong movies lately. I do. It's been a long time since I've dove into any of them, but back in the day, I watched a lot of Jackie Chan, some Bruce Lee. I've seen some Tony Jaa stuff, but I've not gotten into it a lot as much as I probably should have over the course of my years. But I've seen most Jackie Chan things, at least, though, I'll say. At least I think. God knows, there's probably a bunch of stuff he's done that I've never heard of. I love that we have a release date for RE9, and I have time to catch up on the other games I haven't played. Favorite Robin in DC? Favorite Robin is Damian. Favorite Bat family member that's not Batman is Dick Grayson. Because Dick is my favorite Nightwing. Obviously, he's the only Nightwing, but I like Dick Grayson most as Nightwing. As Robin, I think Damian's my favorite. He's very cool. Matt Ryan, I want to see him too. Me too, so much. Galaxy Quest, they voted 7th best Star Trek movie at one of the conversations once. They hadn't seen Never Surrender, the documentary about Galaxy Quest fandom did. Oh, I haven't seen that. That sounds interesting. Will Wheaton was in it. Oh, cool. So is Brett Spiner. Both have Del Orlando and take place in the past, and both in action movies and music plays an important role. What's up, Batman? I already told you to give you a reason to watch Wayne. I already did that in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode 3.5 was coming a month ago. Well, I would have to go find that because I don't read those that often. I hope Matt Ryan comes back as Constantine. I can't see any other actor. I can see any other actor. I think he meant can't see as him. He nailed it. Yeah, no, he is like Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. Like he is the Constantine in my brain. Likeable characters that are mostly all black. Basically, they are all similarities to stop. Matt Ryan is lovely. Met him at Comic-Con Scotland. Yeah, dude, hopefully one day. I really do want to chit-chat with the man. Cobra Kai's a live action. It's just live action anime with everyone being black belts when needed and all the power moves. That is very true. It is very much live action anime. I think I said the exact same thing about the Rocky films when I was watching those on the channel. Ironically enough, I think that what was that anime? Shippo no Impo or something like that? That was inspired by Rocky? Makes sense. Circling its own tail, come back into things. What does Purple XP thing do? Nothing, it's just flashy. See an easy ain't governor. So excited for him. From Jordan Peele, I got to see Marlon Wayans again. The last time I saw him was in Bel Air, the drama series, not the comedy one. They threw an apple, give all series 3-episode trial, and if 3 episodes I'm struggling, I'm out. Yes. Clicked the purple crown. No idea. Yeah, it's all tied to the leaderboard function that they've added in here. Wonder Woman's Lasso of Truth got nothing on my Ted Lasso, or my Lasso Ted. So Lindsay, sorry I'm late. Popped in for a few minutes earlier and was waiting to have an MRI scan done. Missed you the last couple Saturdays. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. I hope everything turned out fine, whatever they were there to scan. But thank you for being here. Hope you're having a good Saturday, all things considered. If you did Star Trek, would you do all the episodes or the important and favorites only since it's so long? I would probably, if I did it at all for the channel, I'd do it all. I wouldn't skip anything like that. Make a few new fan casts. I'm looking for an actor to be good. Jim Gordon. Thoughts? Could see Ethan Hawke as Jim Gordon. I could see Ethan Hawke as Jim Gordon. I think he could pull that off. I'm number 3. I'm a top fan. I'm a true Omni fan. Well, Rebecca, looks like you're a faker, a fake untrue fan. Scoffs in British. I've also turned it off since then. Unless it's still calculating. I don't know if it's still calculating or not. But who knows? Maybe I'll evolve into Superbex. You'll evolve like a Pokemon. Digimon Monsters, Champions. God, that theme song hits. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. Yes, so good. Superman theme plays. What's your thoughts on The Last of Us Season 1 and Season 2? Season 1, super awesome, super great, awesome. Very minimal critiques about the lack of infected. It's a couple changes. Season 2, kind of rough. Overall, a good adaptation, but it just falls a little short of Season 1 in terms of quality, and just some baffling changes that the more I get away from Season 2, the less I enjoy a lot of it. But all things considered, as an adaptation, it's still really good. Wow, wow, wow. You sound like a herding cat when you did that wow sound. So, Owen Wilson, will there ever be a release schedule for some hell of a shorts? Because isn't Orphan Time release recently later this month? As far as the rest of them, I don't know. We only know about It's Orphan Time, and they said sometime by the end of this month. That's all we got right now. Can you snap your fister? Can you snap your fingers, whistle, catch a baseball, or do a backflip all at the same time? No. I mean, that all fails at backflip. I can't do a backflip at all. Do you have a favorite moment from Pokemon that you remember? I don't know. I'll be honest about the first thing that came to mind, though, was when Mewtwo murdered all of the scientists at the lab where he was born. The fact that the theatrical version and the video version, the version that they edited, that was way less violent, the unedited version of it is like, he just straight murders all of those people. Such a dark fucking movie, man. But favorite moment? I don't know, man. Sandshrew! That fucking Sandshrew animal abuser. That's seared into my brain. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard to pick one, man. Maybe like also when Charizard kind of comes into the rescue to save them from Entei, I think. I can't remember. Disney owns X-Files now, right? Yes, indeed they do. Tooms, Reed Richards variant. I see what. Not wrong. They could play with that. Everything owns poop files. No. If Invincible tries to do that, some villain will just curb stomp this day. Digimon peaked with the final battle arc against Piedmon. Yeah, even Malomyotismon was a little, like, it was great, but it wasn't as good. I think the Invincible is eventually going to kill someone. I don't know who it would be. Maybe Angstrom would come back and Evil Mark or someone new. What's up, Gooby Snoopy? How are you doing? Checkers gave me one of my only moments of food poisoning, so I'm not gone back. Can't blame you there. I threw up once at a Chi-Chi's, and then I avoided that shit like it was the plague for probably 10 years. I don't even know if that's still a chain anymore. I don't collect Pokemon trading cards anymore since the 90s, but my brother surprised me with a pack, and it gave me the nostalgia feels. Yeah, same. I haven't collected Pokemon cards since the 90s either. But I have been ripping Digimon cards as of late. Come to Ireland and have chips, aka fries. One day, man, one day. Super great on Skull Greymon, and War Greymon's first appearances are amazing in hell. Shoots arrows at your loved ones for a power-up. Right? You call chips fries in Ireland? In the UK, England, Europe in general, they do. Yes. Ever watch Meet the Fockers? Yes, indeedy doody, I have. And the sequel. Oh, Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers, right? That's the two. I've seen both. And there's a new one coming out, which I'm excited for. Us fries are Ireland chips. Chips are Ireland crisps. Yes. Meet the Fockers sounds like R-rated Meet the Robinsons. Meet the Fockers it's so fucking funny, man. Chips are snaw. You only see the original Yu-Gi-Oh! For the same reason, and the other ones seem too complicated. Hell, I can't even figure out the game anymore. Like the new rule sets, I tried, and I'm like, what are half of these cards? What's math? Chips are potato chips in the USA. Here, fries are chips. Fire go boom, punch go smack is a valid Pokemon strategy. Used it for many a year. Sad day when I started to use status boosts. Oh, then I took a potato chip and I ate it. Terraria? No. Stardew Valley soundtrack is bomb though. What I've heard I do like as far as that's concerned. Won't even bring the bring Tato into the conversation too much. Sounds like Power Rangers to me. Tato is the king of crisps. Favorite Mulder quote, Scully to Mulder. You got a girl coming over? Mulder, what's a girl? I laugh so hard at his delivery of that line, dude. Oh my God, the fact too that Mulder is, I can't remember how much or how apparent it is yet in season 1 that he's a porn addict. Anyway, that's a running gag. Oh my God, I love them. Their banter, the bickering, the chemistry, it just gets better and better as it goes on. It's orphan time is what my dad said. I'm joking, but I am adopted. Would you rather have a Pokemon or a Palisman? Pokemon. Probably a Pokemon. I don't know. If the Palisman, like with Luce, allows me to use magic, then the Palisman. Otherwise, I would never turn down a Pokefriend. Happy birthday, man. Agreed Digimon seasons, feelings. This is my jam too. Tamers encouraged furries too much with Renamon. Oh God, yeah. Renamon was the Lola Bunny for a whole generation, I feel like. Frontier, what Digimon would be Digivolve into other than Omnimon or Greymon? Oh, definitely a Gunimon, man. Yeah, hands down, easy, for sure. I don't know if you watch it, but I recommend Road to Perdition. It's a gangster movie starring Tom Hanks and a young Man of Steel. It's one of those movies that I definitely want to check out eventually, though. But I can't tell you when. Someday I will visit Tato Castle and meet Potato Man. I don't know what is going on over here, man. So many birthdays today. Coming in grades grade 2. It's only $2. Happy birthday, Cameron. Oh my God, I met Matthew Lillard and all the OG members of Cast Scream. It was on the B-Day. Skeet was pointing at me. When you see the picture, lol. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I met when I only got to meet Jamie Kennedy, Matthew Lillard, and Skeet Ulrich. I think if I remember right, Nev Campbell was supposed to be there too, but she canceled. Sadly, but I did meet Matthew Lillard and the other two. Orcon, happy birthday. No mixed picks. Adam Sandler, met Doug Jones, too. Funny, amazing fella. Tato Sandwich, Gordon Ramsay. Could never. You can remember when I loathed the frustration of the high evolutionary, but I don't feel the same way for Remick because he accepts all of his people, unlike Hogwarts Group. So true. So true. That is the caveat to that whole thing. Age makes things better. Smarter, saner. Who said that? Ash being snowed in, and he's more concerned about his Pokemon than himself, but his Pokemon keep him warm. That makes me cry every time. That is also a really, really good moment. I like the stuff like that too. So, there's the battles and stuff like that, but they're just like the little moments. And the fact that bitch Butterfree said he'd be back and then never did. I think eventually he did, like 1,000 episodes later, though. I can't tell you how much as a kid, after that episode when it first aired, how every episode I was just like, when is this Butterfree gonna come back? The Barry I know has a cute Mal. He still sounds the same as he did as a kitten. He's 10 months old now. Funny how that is sometimes, man. Glad I'm not the only one that feels that way about Doctor Who. It sucks when that's something you love too, that you just kind of feel that hole there. And not the good way. Definitely heard it in memes before I touched the show. Definitely made me laugh once I got there. Got a card. Rather be a bump too, not gonna lie. No powers, just furry. I don't want to be a furry. If I'm a vamp, Would I be thirsty or hungry or both? You'd be terrible for a Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge then, but maybe Pokemon Showdown, where if your viewers win, they choose what you react to. No, that is too much power right there. We'd maybe play just to have fun, but to choose what I react to, no. I couldn't be a Ferdy in heat. It'd kill me even if I had a tiny fan. It would suit me. Oh, in the heat, not like animal heat. Okay, I was like, what are you talking about right now? Sean, relax. You can't handle the truth. Finally watched The Lone Gunman to be a completionist. It was only good-ish for me, but nice to see them again. I have still not watched it. I have it now. I still haven't watched it yet. I did finally get all of it and all of Millennium on DVD, so I can finally cut them out. Cross that off the list, so to speak. I also don't normally act like an animal only in front of my mom. I can perfectly copy the meow of my cats as a true skill that I've been building up for 12 years. That's a niche little thing, man. Oh yeah, Spider-Man's most fearsome animal, gobbling. He's a turkey. I mean, they are all animal themed. Who knows? Maybe he will fight an evil turkey at someday. I mean, we got a vulture. It's close. You like the new singer? Oops, never mind. Answer the question. I can see Aaron Paul. Alfred, if your parents died, you can't keep away with it. Keep getting away with it. Aaron Paul's Batman would be saying that they keep getting away with this, yelling at Alfred about it. Love Craig and Greg. Best people on the planet, in my opinion. Emily Armstrong is amazing, but I get why it's jarring. We miss Chester. Dude, like when that whole thing happened, man, I just remember hearing the news and just crying. No, I'm not joking. It's just an abusive relationship. That had me short on money all the time, and I learned how to manage that. Yeah, how a bad thing can eventually turn into a good thing. Taking the things that bring you down makes you stronger. What's the phrase? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Oh man, some people come out of situations make the same mistakes. But that's a powerful fucking move right there, man. Either way. Every actor and actress I've seen always likes my sister's name because her name is River. Yeah, when I hear River, I can't help but think of Doctor Who. Lily. Wanted to see Jodie Whittaker, couldn't though because he was so tired. Which RE games have you felt a need to platinum? Just the remakes have been the only one, and 7 and 8 I also did. Everything else, it's whatever. I don't really try to go for it. If I feel like it's an easy platinum, or if I'm having fun playing the game and it's not going to be that hard to pull off or whatever, if I really like the game, I'll try to strive for it. Sometimes there's just some really grindy ass trophies and I'm like, I'm good. But so far I've done RE2, RE3 remakes and 7 and 8, I think. That good for you, Lily? Though, seriously, don't know yet. Great power comes great responsibility. To challenge yourself all as well. Rip Liam. What'd I miss? It's no, Dominion, Helen and Ellie versus Bugs. The one good thing I'll give Dominion is that it put Alan and Ellie back together by the end of it, because 3 fucking that up, the whole character arc of 1 and throwing that out the window pissed me off. And that's the one good thing I'll give Dominion, is that it put Alan and Ellie on course to getting back together. Liam Neal's saying Harley Lewis. I'm assuming that's One Direction. So that's the only thing I can think of that came up from before. I could see Karen Gillan as Poison Ivy. Yeah, Harry Styles is like a Star Fox right now. If that ever comes back around. Dude, you love High School Musical and the Chipmunks, and you might like One Direction. I don't know. Those aren't the same things. Rip Liam, though, always was the best One Direction bandmate. Oh, I'm assuming one of the band members died then. I am outside of the know and all of that. Yeah, everybody's spamming that right now. Whoops. Hey, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't even know who any of those people were. I apparently I know of Harry Styles, but I didn't know he was from, that was the group he was a part of. Let's see. Hey, we can speak Gaelic perfectly when we're not drunk. But you can't look me in the eye and tell me that it makes sense. Like when you're looking at it on paper. Not even Harry Styles. It's crazy how Stellar Blade did really well on PC and sold over 3 million copies and over 193,000 people playing it on release kits. It finally got the attention. Also, the modding community is going to get so horny with that game because it's already a horny game. That's a whole other thing too. PC, you can make whatever you want. Yeah, they're gonna ruin that game, man. Here's the best band animated from One Direction. Danny and Alex are also funny reactors. I've seen all the reactors. Neil, now. I sound like Neil. Neil. See, that's what I said originally, is Neil. It's not Neil. Really want to play Expedition 33, but can't break from the RPGs and my favorite genre of the games. Combat and story in this game looks phenomenal, but also because it has Ben Starr and Charlie Cox. Oh, I didn't know Charlie Cox was in it. I knew Ben Starr was in it, and that was already a draw in and of itself, but I did not know Charlie was in there. I say, nuh-uh, I shall stay atop my Irish high horse. I will be referring to my lovely horse. If you know, you know. It's crazy how long it's talking for about Blade movie being made, if it ever is. Yeah, Omni is known for being behind. It's my friend's birthday today. Another birthday, man. Happy birthday to your friend, though. There's only been one Blade, never going to be one Blade. Yo, hey, Disney live action remakes, but okay with the live action remakes, Atlantis or Black Cauldron. Like, if it's something that we haven't, you know, maybe needs it. And I don't even think that Atlantis needs it. I think Atlantis is good as it is. But, like, come on, man. Omni, you're definitely not boring. Well, thank you. I'm glad some people think I'm somewhat entertaining. Treasure Planet. Yeah, kind of basically Tom and John being together. Oh, and yeah, because they're going to be in Odyssey, right? Together, I guess. Forgot about that. If you're boring, I'm a horse. Wait, Sean, that doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. Make it Christopher Nolan make it sense. Make sense with what's in it. So we get a mutated radiation zombies in RE9. I mean, I feel like if that was a thing, it would have already happened in the universe, in the years since Raccoon City's destruction. Also, Michael Bay is making a Skippy Toilet movie, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. So happy Kristen Ritter is back as Jessica. Same. What's wrong with A24 Backrooms movie though? I mean, how do you make a movie? There's no. It's just a concept. It's just wandering backrooms. Unless it's like, oh, we're trapped in the backrooms. What do we do? And then how do you make that interesting for? I don't know. I just like it could be done well, but like the idea sounds absurd. Okay, Lucy Michael Bay, mailbox. Kane Pencil self-directing, especially after that cracker scene in Armageddon. Want to see Disney make something live action for once that's not a remake of something? Hell, yes, let's do that. I did see though that they're making their work. They've got upcoming 2D animations in the works, which is exciting for them to go backwards, which is awesome. I'm so hyped for the big 3 movies in July. Jurassic, super fantastic, but the movie I'm really excited for is Wicked for Good. Yeah, I can't wait for that as well. Omni, who told you you were boring? Don't listen to them. Well, I've had a couple exes say I'm boring. And I don't know. Maybe it's just when I'm watching other people and stuff like that. Like I feel boring by comparison. Like, especially like if I'm watching like Alex Hefner, or if I'm watching like Sort of Stupid, or if I'm watching Previewed or whatever, you know. I don't know. Maybe it's just comparisons. Shout out to Johnny Odell. I wouldn't be here if I didn't decide to watch one of his videos. It got me into a lot of reaction channels that way. Yeah, dude, those compilation mashups. Hell yeah, man. Don't feed the troll. Did you play Tony Hawk back in the day? Any interest in the remasters? I haven't played the remasters, but I did play a lot of 1, 2, and 3 when they came out. Man, I played so much of that. I still have my skateboard. I think it's in the hallway closet still. I'm not good. Like I've once been able to successfully do a kickflip, but I can ollie 180 and ride just fine. But that's pretty much the extent of my skill as it's gone over the years. The only Nightwing, you say? Did I watch Karate Kid Legends in theaters? If I don't have a review for it up, that's a big old no. Or at least I haven't seen it yet. But I'm going to react to it. That's going to be the plan. I bought a ticket so they could have my money. I'll give them money again when the VOD comes out, but I'm probably going to react to that one. You ever watch Street Fighter animated movie back in the day? Probably, but I don't remember it. I can't tell you for certain. I found a YouTube channel, Pokemon TV. They've been uploading full episodes. It's on season 4 at the moment. Oh, well, that's neat. I might have to check them out whenever I have some time. That'd be fun, a little nostalgia trip. Fans the original Nightwing and his sidekick Flamebird. You know, add with Superman's Jimmy account's name. Okay, now you're just being silly. Still calculating. I see the purple crown. Okay. Yeah, okay, you're right. It is still calculating. It's Isaac is now at the top. It still has you as It's Isaac though. I guess it uses your @ and not your display name. It would have been the greatest thing ever if Hilary Swank showed up. Agreed. I'm still so sad that didn't work out. He's from Krypton. Well, I know about the lore of the Nightwing, but that Nightwing isn't Dick Grayson, isn't the superhero Nightwing. That's a folkloric character. This is not the same thing, and you know it. Has anyone seen the Speed Racer movie? It's based on the Japanese anime TV series, and the movie is a live-action anime. It failed at the time, but people who watch it now see it for what it is. A really great movie. I saw that shit in theaters, man. I saw the Speed Racer movie in theaters. I watched, before I even knew what anime was, I watched the absolute shit out of Speed Racer, man. I loved that show. So, yeah, when they made that movie, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go see this. And it was so fun. But yes, it did not get its time in the light while it was out. Flopped in the box office, but there's been an appreciation for people coming back around on it over the years, which is nice. Hi, Mr. Beast Poor? Huh? Okay. I don't understand. Are you calling me a poor Mr. Beast? That would be literally every YouTuber. Also, I don't make even any remotely similar content at all to his, so I don't understand the comment. Anyway. Do I not like Keanu Reeves' Constantine? It's fine. It's not Constantine. It's not a good adaptation of the character at all. But it's fine for for its own little pocket weird universe. It's fine. Shane Fremont, Nightwing, this time metahuman and female. I haven't kept up with any of that, so no. The worst show this year for me was The Last of Us Season 2. Yeah, I think it's it's tough. It's between that and Harley Quinn for me, which is sad to say. Nightwing, Bat. Any thoughts on Yu-Gi-Oh, Omni? I'm a newbie. Not much happens in a month of watching. I'm like Wheeler though. Oh, you're Joey. Let's go. I love it. I've seen all of the original anime, the original one, like with Yugi, Moto, the whole thing with Yami, the Pharaoh, all of it, the whole storyline. So good. I like it. I love it. I love the game. If I could understand it, there's too many new rules that just confuse the fuck out of me, and it's just, I don't know. So I stick to the simplistic stuff. Hell, I mean, I got Yugi back here and a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon and a Dark Paladin figure hiding in the corner in the darkness. But I do love me some Yu-Gi-Oh, man. And the anime was really, really fucking good. It's time to duel. Yu-Gi-Oh! Also, I really want, and I've not seen one, an actual 2-scale replica of the Millennium items. Die cast. There's plastic ones. I want die cast. Potato chips are called crisps in the UK. That I know, but that seems to be knowledge or new information to some people here. You doing that impression of that dude was pretty spot on. I don't even remember what impression I did, to be honest. Remind me. I do not remember Mulder being a porn addict. Of course, I was watching it at 13, so it might have gone over my head. Probably. I would hope, at least, that it went over your head at that time. But yes, it is definitely a consistent through line of his character throughout the entire series. If I could save time on a bottle, the first thing I'd do is save every day till eternity passes away. That make Omni catch up to chat. We're almost there. We do have fries in the UK, but chips are slightly fatter. Troy Baker was supposed to be at the Philadelphia Comic Con, but canceled, so I guess it's so frustrated about that. Sniff. I did get to meet him, though. I know when we did the selfie, he was very adamant about him being the one to take it, though. He was like, "Hey, I know how to do this," because I think that was the day too. I was taking all on my own because I didn't like how everybody was getting the angles for me, and he was like, "Trust me," and did it, and it was good. I trust Troy Baker. Who knew? Joker, I hardly know her. Remick, we believe in equality. All blood tastes the same. That's true. That's the thing about Remick as a villain. He was very truly for equality, but in this way that he stagnates what makes you different by making you all the same. Like where you had the other antagonists in the film who were very exclusionary, it's like nothing else like us. Get out, stay away, and it would kill. Remick was like, come, be part of us, be one with us. But by doing that, you lose all sense of self. So it was like the whole other side of that. It was like equality to like the nth degree. So that was the crazy part about that. It was so, I don't know, because there is beauty in the difference. And by becoming this hive mind, you're losing that difference. Thankfully, though, for Stack and everything after the fact, when Remick fell, they got their will back, their autonomy back. Fellow Brits, at what point do we introduce Omni to the concept of chippy chips? The fuck is a chippy chip? Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers. If you had an Eevee, what would you evolve it into, or would you keep it as an Eevee? God, that's always, when I get an Eevee, that is always the biggest conundrum. Because most of the time, you only get one per game, unless you work it out with another game and then breed them or do whatever, or trade them out, is which one to evolve it into. I think because like, I always went, like Jolteon, I think like in Gen 1 was always my favorite. Though I'd probably go with an Espeon or, yeah, I don't know. I love Eevee, just Eevee. Eevee cute, fine. Like if we're talking about like keep as a pet, I'd probably just like as a Pokemon partner, if I wasn't just out there trying to win all these battles or anything like that, I'd probably have an Eevee and just keep an Eevee. Eevee's cute as is. As a battle thing, kind of terrible. Eevee or Espeon, probably. Chippendale, hey, great minds. Skeet won the genetic lottery. He looks better now. He does look fine for his age, for sure. For sure. He's hanging in there, man. Jamie looking a little rough, but age comes for us all differently, man. DuctTales, woo! No joke, the new one that's my alarm. If I need to wake up, I use the obnoxious default alarm that just makes your brain want to kill itself. Hold on. Let me go to my alarms. I'll prove it right here. That's what I wake up to. But there's been times where I've been so tired, I sleep through it and I'll unconsciously turn it off. So in cases I have to wake up, I use this fucker. God, nightmares. If I have to, that. But most days, my regular alarm is that. Can't wait for Spider-Man and the Punisher to share screen time together. Same. DuctTales. Oh, check on the new DuctTales. I should check out the new DuctTales. New DuctTales. Hey, I don't know if this is a hot take or whatever. The new DuctTales is so much better than the original. Sue me. Sue me. It's so good. I love it. I've not watched the final episode only because I didn't want it to end. So I've still not seen the series finale. And shipper, no. Like, animation's better, storylines are better, the characterization's better, it's more accurate than the original was to the other stuff. There's no comparison. I grew up on the original in the 90s. I would have thought the same too until I watched it. Sorry. Can't change my opinion on that one. I watched all that shit when it came out, man. Disney Afternoon was my shit. DuctTales, Tailspin, Darkwing, all that crap. But I think the current DuctTales beats it out of the fucking water. They used a girl instead of a boy singing the theme song? Hell no. All right, guys, you heard it here. Shipper is sexist. She sounds better than the original. Oh, song's better too. Oh God, DuctTales the movie with the lost lamp. I do remember that. Lily, I respect you. Best decision in history. Anyone else gets frustrated with the Carmi in season 3? Okay. In season 3? Dude, you gotta be frustrated with the Carmi since season 1. He's the biggest hurdle for his whole damn restaurant. Still. Last Spider-Man movie we saw, Matt Murdock was in big screen. Now seeing Punisher on the big screen. Nice. Ginger, yes. Seeing the actor who played River with my sister named River. That's cool. Oh yeah, River Phoenix. I always forget about River Phoenix too. Also met Alex Kingston. She's such a sweetie. Live next door to a river. I also live, well, I mean, my backyard is a river. So there is that too. I played River's Firefly, also then Trifecta. Ashley reunites with a Butterfree and his girlfriend in the last episode. In the last fucking episode? You're kidding me. They waited until the fucking last episode. Ash's goodbye for that horny little fucker to finally come back? I'd disown that stupid bug. He'd come back and get met with a bag of Raid. Not even like spraying him with Raid. I would hit him with a bag of Raid. Bastard. Lying piece of shit. God, again, like I probably wouldn't be that upset about it if as a kid I wasn't like, oh, I'll be back sometime once I'm done mating, and then never comes back if I didn't actually spend every week wondering if Butterfree was going to be back. Good God. The fact that that fucker left when I was, what, 8? And didn't come back until I was in my mid-30s is absurd. Liam for One Direction. Everybody's talking about that now. I'm a Delta Bunny. Rest in peace, Liam. I don't know anything about you, but hey, be gone. A loss is a loss, man. Loss is a loss. I can purr like a cat, small talent, but I can do it since I was a kid. Honestly, I'd rather see Gabby's Dollhouse movie than Smurfs. I don't even know what that is. October 16th, 2024. Laughing at you, refraining from lecturing me, by the way, not the death. Just wanted to clarify. Oh, right. Will I be picking up Ghost of Yotei Omni? Fuck yeah, I will be. You bet your ass I will. I knew the Instant Stellar Blade was coming to PC. Modders were gonna make that shit into Pornhub. Like Thanos, man, it's inevitable. Something I really like about the BX here is that, thanks to social media in that world, that anyone can be a hero in 2D, 3D animation. Looks really cool. The 3D animation looks like Arcane. That's good, at least. I will say a lot of X-Files superfans didn't like Lone Gunman. I think that's why it got canceled so quick. That's why I said goodish. I love the X-Files, but I'm not a rewatcher, so it might have hit differently. This new Buffy, though, I will rant. I'm very curious about this new Buffy series that's coming out. But yeah, I'll get around to Lone Gunman eventually. Like, them holding their own show, I just kind of thought was a little absurd. And I was not shocked to learn that it did not last very long. Millennium, at least, I think, got 3 seasons, if I remember right. Still 30 minutes behind. We're at 20 now. Slow and Steady wins the race. 1D has some good tunes. After the 1D and 2D, 3D animation thing up there, I thought you were going to talk about one dimension animation. I was like, what is that? And we were back to the band again. Get your mind out of the gunner. Main character book, Backrooms, monster in Backrooms, easy peasy. I have no idea what Backrooms is. Just look it up. I can't explain it. I'm a raccoon! Exes, of course they'd think that. It was also while we were together. Well, you have 100k subs, so you can't be boring. 117,000 people think you're not boring. Or they're watching me because I'm so unbelievably boring. They're like, this can't be real, what? And everybody's just hate watching it. It's all a big joke. It's all a big Truman Show joke. Ever watch iCarly back in the day? Yes, I did. I met Jerry Trainer a few months ago at his first ever convention. And great dude, humble dude. Yeah, loved him from Drake and Josh and iCarly. Let's see, if I ever make a Backrooms movie, it'll start 5 minutes showing the guy's life, throw me into it, down to the back room, somehow nothing, but then his keys in the iPhone and slowly loses his mind like a monster in his ear. How would a Michael Bay Shazam movie go? Boom. Explosion. Oh God. I don't even know, man. Who knows, man? There'll be cars, girls, upskirts, drone shots, crazy editing, and explosions. The monster isn't the only one watching. Shazam. Absolute cinema. Hey, at least you know it's me still. Looking forward to Thunderbolt's reaction. Yes. Oh yeah, I'm at 225 XP. She's evolving. Oh! The lead has been taken by Darkly. Oh, actually, I mean, it's funny. It has Darkly ranked higher, but technically, you and Ginger have the same amount of XP. Actually, no, now you, Isaac, and Ginger all have the same level of XP. It is down to the wire. Who's going to come in top? Maybe I will keep this feature on, actually. This is kind of funny. I worry about it promoting like spam from genuine conversation and stuff. Anyway, yeah, I'll let you be number one, Cries in the Corner. Well, if anyone hasn't seen Kanye Pixel's Backroom series on YouTube, you know it can be done well. Is it Kanye or Kane? I don't know what I'm saying here. Anyway, about an amazing story of the series and the film, and that it can surely something been good. It is A24 after all. It is A24, so we'll see what happens, man. It's not Michael Bay doing Skibbity Toilet, at least. I don't even know how that's gonna come. I don't even want to look at whatever the hell that's gonna be. Agree, Alan, Lex, and Tim were perfect. Not through Jonathan Bailey would grow up, and Tim should be grown up Tim in this, and Scarlett should be grown up Lex. It writes itself. Oh, that'd be interesting. Love the Heartstopper reactions. Great to see you so invested and giving so much thoughtful reflections. Well, thank you, Zoe. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Last of Us Season 2 was a season. Am I going to do a Rick and Morty? What does that mean, do a Rick and Morty? Oh, Rick! Gonna get swifty. See, I know things. I got that far, at least, I'm pretty sure. I'm a raccoon too. I have raccoons out back. Ever watched the Armageddon movie? I've heard a second one is in the works. I've seen the movie. I'm curious about that though. Pokemon TV has a website too, by the way, that is way ahead of the YouTube page. Also free. Interesting. Got home from the hospital, scratched my eye to my iris and to the side of my eye. Oh goodness, that sounds awful. I mean, hopefully it's gonna be okay. Like, is it just like I'm sure that's just like, I don't know, like, I guess you just gotta wait for that heal and not like going blind in that eye or anything, right? You guys gonna pick up a yellow shirted kid off the street and go into the deep voice, Morty! We're going crazy adventures in Morty 9 seasons, Morty across dimensions, Morty. All right, today my mom and sister, who's also named River, gave me a hiccup and asked for Funko Pops. Left hand to change the giant, can't post an IRL on Discord or what? Like the Funko Pops, you throw that in the collectibles. We have a collectibles channel if you want, like a bastard. At least Ashley Johnson gonna be in NY Comic Con October because of Critical Role. Damn, I'd love to go meet them all again, but I mean, one, all the, like, it's just too expensive to go to hit up New York Comic Con this year, man. I'd love to at some point go to that one. That's on my bucket list, but I'm glad I got to catch all of them at C2E2, man. There, you'll enjoy yourself if you're able to get through all their lines, because it is a trek. It is a wait. 1899, another project made by the creators of, that was it. Was granted by the next first season. What's crazy was meant to be a trilogy like Dark, already had 3 seasons, fully ready to go. That sucks so much. So that's the one thing that once I heard out about that, I never watched it. I still haven't watched 1899 because I kind of figured that was going to be the case, and then they axed it. Michael's an inclusive, funny, kind, sweet, opinionated, doesn't lie, some fake reviews, great accent, a cat army, and possibly raccoon army? The raccoon army is really more of like a rebel annoyance that is kind of a third party that comes in and just kind of like does these like guerrilla bombings, or what would you call it? Like just these like random stealth strikes on and stealing our resources and whatever. Raccoons. I appreciate that though, Ragu. I really, really do. I am pretty opinionated. But yeah. Anyway, chips that come from a fish and chip shop must be wrapped in paper, traditional use of paper, brown paper, and coated with elastic. Oh, okay. I've seen that pop up on some shows and stuff. I mean, I'd try it. And then here we get into the the DuctTales debate. Mine's still the opening song from Lilo and Stitch, the OG, obviously. I don't think that would wake me up. I need, even with that, I think the reason too I went with the DuctTales one is because it's just got that warm, upbeat tempo, and it's just like, it's the song of going on an adventure. And I want to wake up and not hate life. I want to be like, okay, wake up. And it's just this like inevitable, almost pointless attempt at making me excited to wake up. It doesn't really work, but it's the idea that counts. That's Aura, because I'm not kidding, I love the DuckTales song. Opinion on the possibility of a Winter Soldier solo movie. I mean, that would be interesting. I don't know what they would do with it at this point. I feel like that story's kind of run its course, but who knows? You never know. Even the other evolved forms are all adorably cute. Yes, they are. I know a YouTuber whose alarm is the X-Men, the animated series theme. I mean, that's valid. That's valid. Unclear why my phone capitalized Lilo. I did not mean to scream. It's okay. Lilo and Stitch. There's so many great TV shows that weren't finished that got canceled, and it's such a shame. I could never fathom how Sammy was going to down to Perline's Wolvesy after performing his heart out after stopping to see Remick outside. Hey, when you gotta go down, you gotta go down. And all DuctTales, so good. They used a girl instead of the where's my Darkwing Duck movie? I'm still waiting on the Darkwing Duck reboot that they promised us 6 years ago. Which still has not come out yet. Yes. We see Courage the Coward Dog make a comeback. Hey Arnold as well. My favorite shows. Hell yeah, man. I did not know that. And also another plus. David Tennant as Scrooge. Chef's fucking kiss. Also, they tie it in with all of the Disney Afternoon. All of Disney Afternoon exists in the 2017 DuctTales universe. Goof Troop, Tailspin, all of it. I love it. Darkwing, all of it. Let's see. Even though you had the Launchpad DuctTales crossover in the 90s too. Now, Darkwing, whole different story. I like what they did with the Darkwing stuff in DuctTales, but if we're talking Darkwing specifically, Darkwing was peak. And that is clearly still better. Ain't no way David Tennant is Scrooge. What? Yeah, he's Scrooge. Yeah, he's 1000% Scrooge. Where'd I leave off? No, never mind. Pokemon. But how much time within the Pokemon world was bothering away? I mean, considering Ash is the same age, but I don't even think he had a birthday. I think it's all supposed to be in 1 year, but if you count the days, it's way more. Unless the Pokemon world, their year is longer than ours, there ain't no way. There ain't no way. What's it worse, a heat wave or a winter storm? Probably a winter storm, because at least you could turn the heat on, fireplace it up, or put more clothes on. If it gets hot, you can't take your skin off. You know, there's only so much you can do in a heat wave. Does anyone play Dispatch? I have not. Hey, leave Butterfree alone, man. No. His name was Butterfree, not Butter Caged. He deserved to be free with Penny Pink Butterfly. Yeah, well, he chose hoes before bros at the end of the day. He said he'd come back, and he waited till Ash was a decrepit old man, finally won his old championship and all this kind of stuff. Whatever. In universe, I don't give a shit. He made me become a 35-year-old, 36-year-old, I think. By the time this shit happened, no. Screw you, Butterfree. Screw you. I've been waiting all this time. Why'd you do this? In times of warning, it's good to know that something of a gooner myself. Oh my god. I want a Danny Phantom or a Ben 10 live action remake, and like a new Ben 10 live action, not the 2010 live action. That was cringe as fuck. I don't know, man. Just give us something more new animated. I don't think we need a live action of either of those personally. Buffy isn't buff. 0 out of 10. Ever watch Winx Club? No. Have not. I've never seen Truman Show. Highly recommend. You watch shows and movies I didn't think to watch, so I gotta skip it. Hee. Guys, we've been rumbled. I'm yawning. Have you ever yawned, Omni, in a public when you absolutely tried to avoid doing it? Oh yeah, all the time. I also really don't fight my yawns. Some bad YouTubers have a lot of followers, but not Omni. He's cool, but you didn't hear that from me. Star Wars Theory, I'm looking at you. Can we talk about how Nora had Carly and her friends trap? That episode was wild. I don't know. I don't remember what you're talking about. I assume it's iCarly. I don't remember this one. Just on the description, at least. The actor who plays Dream has just got engaged. That bitch. I keyed. Congratulations, Tom Sturridge. Looking forward to you reacting out to your live action movie. Working Morty in Fortnite has the emote from that song. Yeah, I have them. Weirdly enough, I have their skins in Fortnite, and I think the one you're talking about, the emo. The only movie series that never ever be remade is Lord of the Rings. There's no need to try to remake Pulp Fiction. That's WB at this point. You don't know. They're trying to do that with Harry Potter, mostly for the cash grab that they're hoping it'll be. I wouldn't put it past them, man, to try at some point. Cranberry. Well, actually, I don't think they can. They'd have to do it as a film because I think TV rights is at Amazon now. So I don't know. Oh, duh, I forgot. Cranberry, geez, Rick. The actor who plays Tim is still acting, but the actress who played Lex is not. Though she did post a thing here recently, maybe not as recent as I think. She posted a thing where she kind of recreated the Jello thing. My mom got 3 or 4 days of NY Comic Con. Hell yeah, man. Have fun. Best character of the show is Mr. Poopy Butthole. I'd like to join the Rebel Annoyance, please. You're signing up to the Raccoon Raids. Raids! That's the word I was looking for. They come in and they just raid, whether it's the trash or the food that's meant for the cats. They raid and interrupt our military supplies. I've got 4 days for letting us go. The Epic Universe and Universal at the end of July. Got to see Burke and Nintendo Land and Harry Potter World. Well, that's all cool, man. Rocket is my favorite raccoon. Favorite raccoon? I don't know, man. Probably. I don't know. I have to think about that, but probably. Had Foo Fighters Sound of the Alarm with Pretender. That wakes me up. That's not a bad choice. Hear me out. Ratchet and Rocket crossover. That'd be fun. Wake up so easily, so my alarm is Chill Song from Cirque du Soleil, so I wake up calmly. I can be pretty hard to wake up sometimes, especially these days. Look at the ultimate alarm song from Ride by Time, Black Box. I'll accept no argument. I'll have to look into that. I saw Alive, and I forgot about that. When I read this, I thought it said Alvin. So I was in my brain, when I saw this, I was like, Alvin! Ain't no way Dave Tennant, Scrooge. I hate it so much, I'm going like, nothing good can be, brr. Get out here, brah, brah. Have I heard of the show The Studio on Apple TV? No, I've heard of it. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. I heard good things about it. Well, heroes are powered by trust and fear. Villains are powered by fear. I might get into the Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm more free time because it's an open world medieval game, which I am into. Does gargoyles get representation? I want a gargoyles to get a X-Men 97 treatment. I think all that shit should. Spider-Man the Animated Series. I'm so sad that they just announced they're going to wrap up and finish the storyline that ended up the Spider-Man Animated Series in a fucking comic book. After the success of 97 and not do that, that's stupid. But yes, we need more gargoyles. We need a revival for gargoyles. Now, please. Thank you. Brooklyn was my favorite gargoyle. Who was yours? Love gargoyles. Still waiting on the Gargoyles live action movie. Forgot that was a thing. Sly Cooper. Funny. Also, this is one of those moments where I'm about to admit to being real dumb. I thought for the longest time Sly Cooper was a fox. I only just recently found out the fucker was a raccoon. This whole time. And it just makes sense. He screams raccoon. Everything about his design is raccoon. And maybe at some point I knew that and I just forgot and then rediscovered that fact. Whatever. I have my moments. I grew up in the Little Einsteins, and that film was that theme is goated. I don't even know what that is. Little Einsteins. Yeah, this is after my time. That's why. Climb aboard, get ready to explore lots of Little Einsteins. What's your favorite movie theater food? Popcorn. 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 It's also one of my favorite snacks at home too. I just eat so much fucking popcorn, man. It's like ungodly how much popcorn I eat. What's up, Ed? How are you doing? We are somehow still here. Dune Popcorn Bucket. There's a cartoon clip about a guy who has his own show called The Personal Space Show, and it doesn't like it to get his skin and get out in the personal space and rips the skin off. What the fuck? Ready for Death Stranding 2? My daddy Troy Baker is in there. Yippee! Still never played the first one. Never played the first one. You know, I'm something of a gooner myself, he said to Peter. Big while. Yes, it has been, Ed. Remaking Lord of the Rings trilogy is blasphemy. Gracious, yes. Norman Reedus is a great guy. He went to Rose City Comic-Con in Oregon. Just got in line to get his autographs, who didn't pay ahead of time. Reedus let her take a selfie with him. Aw, hell yeah. That's awesome when they do shit like that, man. Yeah, never because that's would be worse than this. Yeah, 5 alarms wake me up. Sometimes I do have to do that. I'll stagger some alarms if I'm like, I have to make sure I wake up. Like, it's usually I'll do that when I've been up way too late and I have to wake up in maybe like an hour or two, and it's for work or something important like that. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to set multiple ones. Oh my God, please wake up, because I'm going to get in trouble if I don't. Sorry, it's just weird. It's just listening first, saying later. Okay, right, that's on Discord. What the hell? You raccoon, what the fuck? How? Haha, wrapping the storylines of the nice Spider-Man series of comic book is ridiculous. How the fuck it looks like a fox, though? I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense. You love Goliath? Goliath is, I mean, a primo pick. Let's be real. Primo pick. And Damona? Oh, it was her name, right? Yes. Saying. I'm Vodka. He was a fox undercover as a raccoon. You simply saw through the ruse. See, there it is. There it is. Wow, that's like realizing Spyro the Dragon is a dragon years later. Well, that's a whole other thing. At least it says Spyro the Dragon. Yeah. 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 Don't get popcorn in theaters no more. Only candy and soda. Are you gonna do a reaction to Squid Game Season 3? Of course. Why would I wouldn't do the first 2 seasons and not do the third, the final one. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do it. I'm gonna goon you for saying that, Omni. Ew, no. How you never played first Death Stranding? For obvious reasons. Let's see. One time I said they got the most expensive thing on your background, but nope, it's what's the cheapest thing in my background. So is it going to be like that you can see? I'm going to say that you can see, because there is something like right out of frame that actually no, I think this is probably the cheapest thing. Because I got these out of a, like, it was like one of those like Japanese, like you put a quarter in and it's like a gotcha slot thing. I got these. Sashomaru, Inuyasha, and Kagome. Because it was like just like 50 cents. Oh no, I'm knocking stuff over. No. Okay. Keith David is the GOAT. He was going to be a Raleigh. That was another reason I was going to go, but then he canceled. So I still need him. And Stephanie as well for my vinyl. I'm down to 8 names. I'm down to only 8 names I need, and I'll have every voice and composer for my Has Been Hotel Season 1 vinyl. Getting so close. Keith David is good. Obvious reasons. Technically, play button was free. Technically, the play button, I guess, is free. You are correct. Unless you talk about everything that went into it. In that case, that is the most expensive item in this room. Maybe this house. Barring my car. Bro said David Keith, bruh. David Keith? I said Keith David. Oh, no, he said David Keith. Who the fuck is David Keith? Hey, don't shame me for my dyslexia. That's just rude. You look familiar. Who are you? Funny, if I go to images with David Keith, I get pictures of Keith David. He's Jack Murdock in the Ben Affleck Daredevil. He's the detective in the Carrie TV movie. Well, so Carrie. He was in Firestarter. So there's been like one or two things that I know, but definitely not a face I recognize. What obvious reasons? We're not getting into that. What's your biggest theory for season 3 of Squid Game? That everybody lives. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't really have any. I try to stay away from it and not really worrying about it too much, but I'm hoping in the end that the games get shut down, Yoon makes it out, and at least some of the people we like also survive. Pretty good. Also, I think you might like To Be a Hero X. I keep pushing it. Watch the show. I watched that show. Been years though. Need him too. Oh wait, there's a David Keith. Same person. Shush. Haha, jelly beans. Tell me what obvious reason not to play Death Stranding. What? Yeah. Time, man. Time, and it honestly, it looks boring as fuck. But mostly time. I don't have the time to play it. And I'm honestly, I'm just not interested in it either. If you get going to see in the stream, mine either. My hell. I'm filler with all these humans. My British ass is thinking of Craig David. No one remembers that shit. Tend to write backwards. How dare thy be British? Rebecca. And I'll go to Sweet Wind. We're talking about gargoyles, so I assume they meant Keith David. I also assumed Keith David. I think, again, because I read it as such. And then I saw Sean's comment, and I went right down into it as well. I like the English accent. British people. Scoffs. Sean, what the fuck? Fortunately, I know this. Sean, relax. What the fuck? What are you? What the hell? Yeah, anyway, we're gonna walk right past that because we're right here at the home stretch. Sorry, Keith David was Goliath. Okay, so were you wrong or we wrong? Hold on, were we or were we not talking about the right person? Let's see. I would like to point out again, my third time here, and once again, reaching 4 hours on your stream. Should I stop coming? I don't think it's your fault. I think just inevitably these are getting too long, and we're gonna have to start cutting shit out. I'm excited for Stranger Things Season 5. You bet your ass I am. British people can do American accents very well. Unfortunately, too well. I would never apologize. I apologize. I read that as I would never apologize. I was like, okay, he stated his ground. True that. Anyway, guys, we reached the end. I'm hungry. I'm gonna get some dinner. I also got some computer maintenance I need to do, which is not fun, but anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you all next Saturday. As far as I know, we're good for that. Bye-bye, Omni, my daddy. Daddy Omni. Omni Daddy. I don't know why I started going into finger guns. Anyway, whatever. Guys, enjoy your weekend. I'll catch you next time. Take care.